And I think we're live. So guys, welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. I really wanted to do a live stream today, and when I found out the Sega Saturn Core dual RAM presented some advantages, I was like, this needs to be the stream. So before we begin, guys, I want to give a big hello to Alan, man. Alan, how are you doing? Big Al in the house. Al is awesome. Always helps out with the channel, and tell him Freddie sent ya. Hey yo, right back to you, man. So guys, the Sega Saturn Core, when I first got into the MiSTer, I had a single SD RAM MiSTer, and then I ended up getting a dual RAM. It was really funny, the story with the dual RAM. There was some misinformation out there, some facts that weren't quite correct, but it kind of implied that you needed dual RAM. So I went and got a dual RAM MiSTer from MiSTer Add-ons, you know, as a sponsored thing, right? So that's how I got my dual RAM one. Now, I took advantage of it. I used some of the Saturn stuff at the time, and there were some little advantages at the time. But the developer SRG320, he ended up narrowing that gap. So, you know, if you asked me this time last week, is there a difference between dual RAM and single SD RAM? Is it worth upgrading to a dual RAM MiSTer FPGA? And honestly, last week I would have said no. Now, if you're a fighting games fan, I'm a fighting games fan. I mean, the ones on the Saturn, like the 3D ones, I haven't really played too much. So, but the slowdown, apparently the slowdown that was presented in these games has been eliminated, at least to some extent, on the dual RAM version. So that's fantastic news. So this gives me a reason to like grab my dual RAM MiSTer setup and use it, because I have 3 MiSTers. I only have a small space in my room. I should really put one in my front room. So this one's usually bagged up in a ready to go, like a roadman bag. If I go to a friend's house, I've got that. I've got a portable screen. I've got like a studio I can take on the go. The only downside is I hardly ever go out to friends, so it's more of a pipe dream. So I brought it out, I updated it to the latest MiSTer binary, and then I added the latest Sega Saturn Core on there. So guys, a few things about this stream. So I spoke last time about doing some charity streams. There's no pressure on there. I don't want to be like, hey guys, charity. For those that want to donate, cool. If you just want to watch, you know, a like and a share is always appreciated, because it helps it get out there. I always mention my mum's got dementia, and that's why I've added a fundraiser option for Alzheimer's Association. Last time when I did it, I thought the ad revenue would go there, and it doesn't. So I was deciding between whether unmonetizing the video or monetizing it. The video is monetized because this way somebody comes to the channel, and if anyone wants to donate to the Alzheimer's Association, they can do. The options are there. So absolutely, yeah, so awesome. So I guess winner chicken dinner, as they say. So we'll have a play of this. I'm not very good at this game, but we can blast it out. I've never really understood 3D fighters. However, if I was to play a non-weapon 3D fighter, I say non-weapon because I kind of do like Soul Calibur or Soul Calibur 2 or Soul Blade, or that series of games. If I played non-weapon ones, even I've played Tekken a little bit before. Tekken 7 I thought was accessible. I would play Virtua Fighter because Virtua Fighter has layers. Yatta Garrus, did the Coin Up Collection release Total Carnage? I don't think they did. The release date was last week, I think. So I don't know, maybe they release it now. But right, let's run a little bit of Virtua Fighter. I hope everyone is having a good evening, man. It's evening here for me. It's like, wow, it gets dark early here. It's not even 6 o'clock here yet. It is 10 to 6. So all my friends around the world, in the USA, wherever you are, awesome. I'm glad I found a bit of time. This is my relaxing time, actually, guys. I do find streaming very, very relaxing. I don't know what it is. So whenever I play VF, I always end up picking this guy here. So you read it as Cage, right? But it's Kagemaru. But let's go with someone else. Oh, there is a timer down, even though it's a console game. I like the fire behind them. So we should, the slowdown should be, you know what, I'm gonna go Akira. I'm just gonna go like the Ryu of this game. Not yet, but the weekend is not over here. Wicked. Oh yeah, that's true. No. It's earlier in America. They'll likely get it out. They'll likely get that release out. Who knows? Okay, so I'm hearing like a little ticker sound, like a tick. Obviously that's an issue on the sound part there, but Yeah, I mean, I don't know this game well enough, so I didn't really play it like crazy. I'm not really, that ticker sound's going in my headphones. It's a little bit annoying. Let's give it a reset just to see if that ticker sound goes. And hopefully, you know, it's not a case of the slowdown's gone, but the sound kind of comes, the sound goes a little bit funny. Kage sounds like poop in German, wicked. Date Mesa Mune, excellent. Well, you know what? There's words like that, right? There's like, oh, what's happened here? Why is that not loaded up? I've reset it. Maybe I need to reset it again, or maybe I need to load it or restart the call. Okay, what is going on here, guys? Okay. Again, running an unstable version of the MiSTer and an unstable version of the core. So do expect some stuff. Yo, Appley in the house, guys. Appley does MiSTer streams as well over on Twitch. Really, really good streams. Absolutely awesome. So let's just give it, okay, see if it happens on another reset. In fact, what we could do, let's just load the first Virtua Fighter, see if that comes on, and then we'll try and boot the second Virtua Fighter. Okay, that's not happened. So let's give it a power. Let's just give it a boot. Usually that works. Yeah. So no, do you know what? I've been using the same BIOS for ages. I've been using like a Saturn hacked region 3 one for a long time. I haven't used update tool for this for a while. I've just added the core. Oh, no, actually, what am I saying? I'm using a micro SD card I use on my normal MiSTer because I'm down one micro SD card since getting the Taki clone. So, yeah, so I just took it out from one and placed it in another. So here's the Saturn core, the latest one, the 30th of October 2024. Oh, wow, all my crew are in here. RSN 887. Update Jura maybe. Okay, I don't know much about that, but yeah, Appley's in the house. Dr. Johnny Bananas, one of the best names you will ever find on the internet, or as they say in America, period. I think over here we use full stop. So what have I what have I done? Oh no, I've loaded the wrong core. Daft me. It's the SNES one. It's the Saturn one that I want. Same date, 24/10/24. Whoops. Okay, not sure. I mean, it worked. So I know I've got good bias, but I know sometimes I get some weird issues with the Saturn core. So I want to see if that sound goes. So we're going to go bin Q. We are going to go Virtua Fighter 2. And I've always wished I learned Virtua Fighter. I played it and I kind of evolved with the series. It's a great lineup of 3D fighters. So yeah, it'll be good to kind of know that. And I really do hope they bring another Virtua Fighter game out. That's really weird. What's happened here? Let me give it a reset. I saw an image flash up. It went. Okay, let me press start here. Weird again. Temperamental. I hate when streams start like this. I do like them starting with a little bit of a bang. So, okay, what is going on here? You know what? Hopefully it's not going to crash the stream. Let me go. Oh no! Oh, why did I do that? It booted up. What a wreck! What a train wreck! Okay, so yeah, okay. At least that's nice to see it comes back. So I'm kind of happy with that. I remember at one point it kind of used to crash. OBS when I did this stuff. So unstable 30th of October. So I want to run a little bit of Virtua Fighter 2 because that's where the slowdown's gone. The other fighting games are DOA, as I like to call it, or kind of better known as Dead or Alive, the Dead or Alive games. So let's go Virtua Fighter 2 for the last time. And then there's Fighters Mega Mix. I haven't checked my games list, but I've added a lot of Saturn games over, can I say the years? Over the year, let's say. Good memories with this, man. I remember trying to get Symphony of the Night working on my version. Other people had it working. And when I got it working, I never really played it, but that's often the case. You want something, you want to set it up, and when it comes, you don't actually play it that much. So let's see if that, I don't know if you heard the sound because I didn't have it turned too loud. We're going to go the same thing. We're going to play Akira again. And, okay. Yeah, that sound's still there. I'm just going to turn it up a bit so you can hear what I'm talking about. Right, I'm going to turn it back down. But you heard that. You know, not really doing a great job of doing it. So the slowdown may have gone, but we have got this sound, and especially with headphones, it's a little bit annoying. So after doing this round, maybe we can try one of the other fighters. Oh, I saw a bit of slowdown there. Now, I don't know if it completely eliminates all the slowdown or it significantly reduces it. I think SRG 320 was saying something that it may not be completely be able to do it due just to the limitations of the amount or the MiSTer, what the MiSTer can achieve. You know, this is a core that was just like the N64 core. Someone thought, you know, people said it was impossible, and you know, we're playing the impossible right now. I remember I remember first getting this and it's running really slow. It was like slow motion fighting. Right, okay, let's run another game. Let's see if we've got, have I got Fighters Megamix? I've got 2 Fighters History. Okay, Fighters Megamix. This is another one that benefits from dual RAM. Who we've got here? Ook Kerman, morning, love watching you. Thank you, man. I think you're the only one that really, it's not really the gameplay here, man. It's more the chatter and how everyone's doing, man. So, such feelings about Taki's choice to new MQ8 in-house. As a consumer, I want to cheer him on, and on the other hand, I want to see places use RMA. Oh, okay, the QA step is more economical. Okay. Alex Richard, hadn't the interlacing issue been fixed yet on VF2? Do you know what, Alex? I wish if I could answer that. I'm just such a dimwit. I've just thought, yeah, you know what, Saturn Core got updated, so let me do a stream. So maybe someone in chat can answer that, because we do have some mega minds in chat, some people that really know this stuff. I'm just there, I'm playing on a HDMI screen. I've got some new stuff from MiSTer Addons. Big shout out to him. He was kind enough to send it down. And one of the things that I actually picked up like the rubber kind of casing for the MiSTer Addons case, and it's kind of nice. It's almost, I was going to say it's like, you know, it's like a contraceptive on the MiSTer, but it's got too many holes to be a contraceptive, so not quite. But it's a rubber thing, and this is my Rode MiSTer that I take out with me, so why not give it some protection? He's not moving in-house, he's doing in-house QA in addition to the QA being done in a factory. Oh, okay, cool. Wicked, thanks for clarifying that. Yeah, so it looks like here, it looks like they've done some stuff to, or Taki's done some stuff to improve a lot of stuff. But guys, I've got a lot of respect for Taki. Anytime I've communicated with him, the guy's been bang on. He's busy, and I've seen him just try his best, and I've seen him respond to a lot of the community stuff. But do understand, right? What's Taki's user base? Taki's user base is like, I think, over 300,000. Guys, I can't keep up with the amount of comments and social media stuff I get over on Twitter, and I'm only on 10,000. And bear in mind, I'm also doing a full-time job. Taki also, I think, does a full-time job, unless Retro Remake is his full-time job now. Honestly, sometimes, and you can't answer everything. You just can't. You wish you could. When I was on like a 500, 1,000 subscribers, it was relatively easy to respond to everything in you know, for the most part. So let me just change something. Okay, cool. Wicked. Alan D, interpolation is fixed in V2. There you go. Alan D always coming to the rescue, man. Absolutely love it. What is going on? Why am I getting black screens? You know, in regard to just this core, I've updated the MiSTer main and I've updated the core here. Oh no. What am I saying, man? I'm so confused. I usually have different micro SD cards in my MiSTers. This one, let me give it another reset. This one here is my main SD card. I took it out, man. I keep forgetting. I'm used to having different SD cards in every machine. So guys, I hope everyone really is doing well and is having a cracking weekend. Okay, so that's loaded. I kind of want it to start now. I know this has worked before. It's worked on my single SD RAM. Now, oh, okay, so we didn't get to this part last time. Now, remember, the Saturn core is a core, but that's it's very organic. So, you know, what one person might get may not be from another person. So let's have a look. Let's go Akira again, because we picked Akira in VF. I'm just going to check a message on my phone. Okay, and I got a message from my buddy Video Game Esoterica. How you doing? Video Game Esoterica, I'm streaming, bud, so I will respond to you after. Big shout out to Video Game Esoterica as well, guys. I'm sure most of you guys know his channel. The guy is really awesome. Since starting my channel, it's someone that I spoke to, and we got on really well because we're both obsessed with YouTube. Guys, I don't know what's up here, but this is running slow. Am I an idiot? Am I running the single SD RAM version of the core? Let me check. Oh, I am. I'm such a twat. Sorry guys, look, I need to run the dual RAM version of the core. I'm running the, right, okay, this has been a I'm wondering now if on Virtuify I used the dual RAM one. Oh man, I added both on here because I was like, I can swap the micro SD card. What I can't swap is the brain I've got inside my head that is working like a damn cabbage. Right, let's go and do that again. All right, you know what, let's go back to Virtua Fighter 2 because I can't even remember. I might have used the damn wrong core. Guys, I apologize for this, man. I don't know why you guys actually watch my streams and do this, unless you like to watch, you know, stories of epic failure. So just to make sure I am on that core, yes, I am on the dual SD RAM core. How long are we into this stream? We're 15 minutes in and I think I've been using the wrong core all along. So apologies for that, man. Let's see. And likely there won't be any slowdown now again, guys. Oh man, what a doofus. If I could literally press a button to rewind, to delete the first 15 minutes, damn it, I would, man. Right, okay, is that known as the high bio? Yeah, that's the one that I'm using, RSN. I'm using the high Saturn. There's the high Saturn hacked BIOS. I can't remember what version it is, 1.1, 1.2. Yo, Ken R, how you doing, man? We're all doing well. Well, I'm doing well now that I'm using the damn right core that I advertise on the thumbnail. And the title of this game. So let's go Akira again. We're gonna go Akira, and hopefully we won't get any slowdown now. That'll be fantastically amazing. So let's have a look. Oh wow, this is okay. I've still got that sound. I'm not gonna turn it up for you guys to hear, but just take my word on it. Okay, so I think in Virtua Fighter there may have been a bit of slowdown. I guess, you know what, it's not all lost. Just remember, everything you saw at the beginning up until this point may well have been single RAM. So now we're on the dual RAM core. Guys, I have to say, this core's just come along so darn nicely, man. Right, so, you know, someone's always, a Virtua Fighter player described to me, they said that if Tekken is checkers, then Virtua Fighter is chess. That's how much of a difference there is. So let's have a look here, and let's go to Fighting Vipers. Oh, sorry, Fighters Mega Mix. Fighters Mega Mix. Right, let's go here. That's one of the ones. The music issue shouldn't be there. Okay, yeah, I don't know why that's happened. We've run it on the single RAM. Now, it could be down to my RAM module. Now, I can't remember if I've got 2.9 or 3.0. Honestly, can't remember which one I've got. This is the one I got. I've had this for about around a year now. The one that I'm using is the one that I got from MiSTer Add-ons as part of the sponsorship, you know, for the channel. So the plug that MiSTer Add-ons got for the year was because he gave me this device, and you know, I've got that, and that was a beneficial thing for both of us. And you know, I'm happy getting this MiSTer. I've got 3 MiSTers now. Likely I'll get another one at some point as well. So let's go into Fighters Mega Mix, and hopefully it won't be slow now, because we saw the single RAM version of this running. Let's run the dual RAM version. I guess, you know what, it's not all lost by me running the single RAM. So the earlier versions were single RAM. This is dual RAM, and we can see. Okay, let's see if this runs fast. Okay, guys, this is running fast, isn't it? Okay. Wow, this is running full speed. So okay, that was actually a good comparison. So even though I remember someone from my old work, they used to call it a brain fart. You know, she used to say, "Oh, Pixel, I've had a brain fart," and I was like, "Okay, cool. Like, let's work this out." And or this is how this works. Whatever. I had a brain fart, but to the advantage of the stream, we got to see single RAM. The single RAM version of the core running, and it running slower, especially in this game. Now that we're running the dual RAM version of VF, so now that we are running the dual RAM version of the core, there's no slowdown on this game. So guys, there is an advantage to it. Now, I'm not telling you guys to upgrade to dual RAM. That is completely up to you, right? Because once you upgrade to dual RAM, you lose your analog video output. So those of you guys playing on CRTs, you're going to lose that. So it's up to you now. There are other ways of doing it. Now, I'm not sure how much latency it adds, because one of the reasons we're on MiSTer FPGA devices, or FPGA devices in general, is because of the lack of input lag. Now, or display lag. Now, I don't know if adding, you know, an adapter to your HDMI cable so you can run, you know, HDMI into a CRT. Oh, what's happened there? Oh wow, okay. Sorry guys, really weird. My screen went off. Let me see if it goes off on your one. Really weird. My monitor went off, but I'm not sure if the stream display went off. So it could be an issue with it could be an actual issue with my monitor. Okay, that was a little bit of an anomaly. I can never say it properly. I'm not even going to try. Something unusual there. anomaly. I think it's anomaly, that's how you say it. So again, right guys, this is looking good. I feel like I'm playing Virtua Fighter, but we're playing Fighters Megamix. And guys, this is a darn good game, man. I mean, not something I played too much. I think I played the follow-up on like the Dreamcast. But guys, yeah, so right now, you know, if you're someone, right, so if you're someone that only ever uses HDMI and you have no intention of using a CRT ever, like, you should, well, I'm not saying you should, but you should consider the option of maybe getting dual RAM, especially if you want better performance on games, in particular fighting games that I know of for the Sega Saturn. So it's become a viable option now. Now, SRG320 is an amazing developer. You never know, he may in future find a way for this to work on single SD RAM or get the same performance out of single as he does on dual. Now, I'm not a developer and I have got no idea what I'm talking about, so feel free to say, Pixel, you are talking nonsense, right? But you know what? It's, yeah, who knows? But like, for example, if I was to buy a MiSTer now, I'd buy that. I initially bought an analog one because I had a dream of running it on a CRT, and honestly, that dream hasn't become a reality yet. So I am still playing it on an LCD screen. I've even got an adapter that goes from VGA to SCART, should I ever get one. Sorry, pardon me. If I take one out, you know, to a friend's house or whatever. Right, I'm going to run the next game. I think we should run Dead or Alive because, oh, I didn't realize I had pause on OSD on. Okay, interesting stuff. Now, please, here we go, Dead or Alive. Guys, bear with me a second. I'm just going to mute my mic. Guys, took a sip of my drink. So I bought some energy drinks. I don't drink too many. So I bought, there's a boxer called Tyson Fury. I bought Tyson Fury's energy drink from a supermarket where they were reduced from it. Instead of being £2 each, they were actually 3 cans for £1. The black grape one, I can't even describe how terrible it tastes. It tasted so bad, I wanted to tweet Tyson Fury saying that your drink tastes so bad, you know, I can only imagine it tasting like a toilet if I ever tasted a toilet. But the watermelon one isn't as bad. Now, I wouldn't buy it if it was full price, but at 3 cans for £1, I'll live with it. So I've just taken a sip of that. Okay, Alan, what are you saying? I see interlacing on your video. So is there an option for it? Let's have a look. Sorry, guys. Okay, so it is running here. Audio and video. Okay, aspect ratio 4:3. Scan doubler. Okay, I don't know if it's got okay, I don't know if there's a way I can do it. Al, tell me, and I can play about with any options. I'm good with that. But VF2 is so much better than VF1. Like, no, it might well be. Yeah, I don't really know the games well enough. I do remember when VF1 came out, and I was like, wow. I remember seeing it. I still remember where I saw. Actually, I don't remember exactly where I saw it, but I saw it when we were on a school trip, and it was a school trip to like a beach or a theme park. But there was a pier there, and we went out to the pier and it had Virtua Fighter on it. And guys, it looked amazing. It just looked mind blowing for its time. You know, there was nothing like it. It was fantastic. So, actually, I just realised I usually like putting my chair up a bit when I play. It gives me a better view of the screen when I'm playing. So I really do hope a new VF comes out, and I hope it comes out with really good rollback netcode, and I hope it's something that people play, because that's something I wouldn't mind kind of getting into. I do like fighters. I love fighters. So where's Ryu Hayabusa's my guy? Guys, I really like Dead or Alive on the 3DS. I generally thought that that it was the net play on that was really good. Was really good. So guys, I'm just going to give another mention. I'm not going to drown you with it, but there is a fundraiser for Alzheimer's. No pressure or any donations or anything, but I like and like a share of it to get this out there. Any kind of interaction, even talking, does really help. So even if you chat a message, you hit that like button, or any kind of interaction with a video, guys, it really does help get it out. And like I always say, my mum suffers from, wow, okay, this is the moment where I don't want my wife to walk in. do you know what? Like, you know, I'm in like my mid-40s, man, and you know what? That boy in me will never ever grow up, you know. Never ever, never ever. Right there, just never ever. You know, it's times like this when my family walk in the room. But I tell you what, this would not be as embarrassing as when I was doing the Nintendo 64. When I was doing a video on the N64 and I was racing around in a black block, and pretty much my whole family walked into the room, and I don't even know what to say. I think I said something like, "It's not what it looks like," you know. Pocket Fighters. Pocket Fighter. Oh, okay, yeah, that is fun. So I want to go through the main ones there, and yeah. So yeah. So what I was going to say, I want to go through like the main 3D. Oh, there was a little bit of slowdown there. Yeah. So right. Okay. I saw a slowdown there, but again, I don't think it completely negates it, but it definitely improves it over the single SD RAM, and we saw that, right? We saw that over the single RAM version, it was a big improvement, right? Okay, I'm kind of mashing buttons here, but like I said, the boy in me will never ever grow up. So what was it? It was like punch, kick, and counter. So it was a good example of rock, paper, scissors. It was like a fighting game, which pretty much it was rock, paper, scissors, and that's what kind of went along. Yo, Kung Fu, how are you doing, man? I know at some point we do need to play Fightcade. Oh, there was a bit of slowdown there. Tomorrow I've got quite a hectic day. There's a lot of, to be honest, I didn't think I'd be able to do this stream today, but I really wanted to do this Saturn one to test out like this dual RAM thing. To be honest, if I had more time, I wanted to run a single RAM core and a dual RAM core simultaneously to see the differences side by side. But honestly, that would have taken a little bit of time to set up, and I didn't want to put that time in there. But you know what? Big Al has said Pocket Fighters, and we got Kung Fu in the house. So let's go into the realm of 2D fighters. So, right, here we go. What am I doing? Right, Pocket Fighters, and I've got Pocket Fighters. Just can't remember if it's, what's it called? Is it called Super Gem Fighter? I always remember, you know, I know it's Pocket Fighter, but is it Super Gem Fighter? I forget what a lot of this stuff is called. Oh, hold on. There was Super Puzzle Fighter there, was it? Okay. Puzzle Fighter, I'm kind of colorblind, so we'll go there. You know what? You know, you've asked for that. Let's go Street Fighter Alpha 3. Sorry, Al. I might have Pocket Fighter in the CHD folder, so that might be okay. Yo, Richard Hardpill in the house. How are you doing? Boing, boing to you too. Okay, wicked. The physics, oh no, Kennard, the physics never get old. And you know what? Mentally, we never get old. I remember on like the original Xbox at launch when I had my game shop, people were always talking about the Dead or Alive game. I think, was it that one, or was it the one on the PlayStation where you could increase your age to like 99 to increase those juggle physics. So interesting. So that was really good. I can't remember what it did, whether it increased the certain parts of the anatomy as well as that it improved the juggle physics. So that was interesting. This is one of the best intros ever, man. It's not one of my favorite Street Fighter games, but darn, man, like this intro is just amazing. Guys, I'm not going to silence my mic, but I am going to take a sip of this Tyson Fury energy drink. I should have done it when the intro sound was playing. I think in my comparison of like an original DE10 Nano and the Taki clone, there was what was it? Yeah, there was comparisons ran on Alpha, and they were pretty much accurate, man. By the way, in the weekly news video, I mentioned it. Ken from What's Ken's Making has done a wicked video on the Taki clone. He's referenced the original D10 Nano or QM Tech. I flicked through it, man. Like Ken is amazing, man. Pocket Fighter in the Japanese games. Okay, cool. We'll have a look for Puzzle Fighter in just a second. I'll go in the CHD folder. I'm pretty sure I've definitely got it because I have played it before. And I've used my micro SD card. I've used this one specifically. Let's go dramatic battle. I've gone specifically for this micro SD card for my normal single RAM MiSTer because it just has everything there. So One player. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So let's go. Let's go one player versus two computers, man. I want to take two of them on. Yeah, they can do RSN, yeah, and those are the versions I like, really. But you don't have stuff like dramatic battle and all these courses and all this stuff on here. So yeah, I mean, if I'm playing against a friend and we're having a one-to-one session, yeah, it's the arcade version that I'll play. It's these characters, but I've never quite learned them. So this is the one on here with the extra characters like T-Hawk, because it's got Guile as well. Yeah, so Guile isn't really an alpha character, but he's in like a certain version of it or whatever. Yeah, do you know what? Oh yeah, that's a good one. Do you know what's really good, Ken R, as well? If you go over to Fightcade and you can leave Fightcade on in the background as when you're working. I like doing that. To be honest, my new job, it's so busy. I can't really do a lot. In my old job, it was a lot chill. So there was times where I'd put on Fightcade on my laptop and I just have like replays running and I'll be watching like random games. I like watching even weird stuff like wow, ooh, okay, that's crashed out. I wonder if that's because I've gone into dramatic battle. Let me run a normal game, but yeah, I remember Alpha 3 kind of crashing. But yeah, Fightcade, when you run the replays on there, they run really, really well. And guys, Kung Fu in chat, he's a very, very good Super Turbo and Third Strike player. Very, very good Chun-Li, you know, one of the best in the UK, if not the best. Right, let's let it load. Hopefully it's not freezing here. Sometimes when something that is not, and it takes a little while longer, you're like, oh man, is it crashed again? Is it going to go now? You know, remember, this Saturn Core is still a work in progress. Updates are getting pushed, and you know, even this live stream is a way of I guess essentially testing it, and hopefully with newer updates. Again, I love this intro. With newer updates, issues like the little sound issue that I had might get fixed, but some people may not be having that issue that I had. So interesting times. Let me just go arcade mode, and I'm gonna pick Guile again. I kind of like Guile a lot in Capcom vs SNK 2. You know, he's not one of the greatest characters in there, but he's okay. I used to like watching, if anyone's into competitive Street Fighter in general or fighting games, there was that's funny, Kung Fu. There was a guy called John Choi, Capcom vs SNK 2. His team was Ken, Guile, and Sagat. Guile was amazing guy. One of my favorite players of all time to watch, man. Really good player. Just liked what he played and the style in which he played, and you know, his C groove was just amazing. Really like watching him play. There was some early Evo DVDs, like maybe even before the internet was mainstream or when the internet was beginning. You had to buy their DVDs, man, and you had people like Justin Wong, Daigo, all those people really sharp on like their combos. You know, they would not drop a combo. You know, when you see some stuff now, you see them purposely doing like easier combos sometimes. The soundtrack for this stage is fantastic. Again, like, you know, I've never been a big Alpha 3 player, but man, it's definitely a game I don't mind playing against the CPU. Let's see if has he got Sonic Hurricane in here. Okay, wicked. Yo, Shifty246, how you doing? Howdy, folks. Greetings from Walthamstow. That is where my shop was. Whoa, Shifty, how you doing, man? Wicked. Say hello to the high street for me. I get a little sense of nostalgia when I go there. From time to time. I like to go and see one of my friends out there, man. He lives just off the market, actually, very close to the market. Literally, if you walk out of his house and turn right, you end up on the high road, Walthamstow High Road. I need to go and see him, man. I'll tell you, that's one. So I like my new job. I like the hours. I like that I'm working Monday to Friday. But I'll tell you what, even though my last job, because it had shift and everything else, have you got a superpower? Oh, he has got it, and I've missed it. Okay. I do miss on the shift, working shift, even though I worked longer, you know, longer kind of hours. I've done nights, but when I had days off, I had like a lump of days off at once. So I was able to do a lot of stuff. Yo, Chris is retro gaming in the house. How you doing, man? Dude, all the best, yeah? I know you've got some... I know you've taken some painkillers, and I hope everything works out really, really well for you. So now we need to do pocket fighters for Big Al. Big Al is super awesome. So let's see if it's... Ah, here we go. Pocket fighter. Nice. We are here. Wicked, wicked. Nice Saturn. How long have I got? So guys, I've got about an hour and 10 minutes for this stream because my wife's off today, and I wanna kind of get my, actually not my boys ready for bed, get my mum ready for bed. So that's something that I want to do. I'll have to brush her teeth. My wife might end up doing it if she says I want to go bed earlier than what is 7:30, but I will try and do it. But I won't know unless she sends me like a random text. I won't necessarily know. Right, okay, this is interesting. My phone keeps locking because I have the stream on it just to kind of get some information up on screen and whatnot, but it just keeps locking up. So right, let's go here. So this is for Al, man. The soundtrack is inspiring me, man. I feel like, do you know what I feel like? I feel like this soundtrack, oh, this is a really good soundtrack. Alan, man, I know I'm gonna forget. You need to remind me next week. Maybe we're going to use some Pocket Fighter soundtracks for the weekly news video. No, I completely love and adore this game. I think this is a wicked game. I should actually get my kids to play it. They'll probably say that is crap. We don't like this stuff. But on fighting games, one of my kids, he said, Dad, I finished the campaign in Injustice 2. I got them Injustice 2 and they like it. And I've tried playing Injustice. I like it as far as midway games goes because it doesn't have a block button. I hate the block button in Mortal Kombat. I'm a more of a Street Fighter guy, but the thing that I don't like is it doesn't have like a light, medium, hard variation of each move, like quarter circle or down and down back and one button and a different button and a different button. It will do completely different moves, and I find it really difficult to remember the moves. You're right, the Mech mode in... Yeah, no, it is pretty cool. It is nice to do that, but it crashed on the Saturn Core, so not sure what happened there, but it ran in arcade mode. So guys, if you're watching the video and you like this stuff, hitting that like button really does help. It helps the video get out there a little bit more, and hopefully raise some awareness to the Alzheimer's Association as well, which is an option because you can add a fundraiser to your video. I've asked YouTube, is there a way that I can donate or I can have ad revenue go exactly like straight to the fundraiser of my choice? And I think that would be a good option for YouTube to add. But yeah, hopefully they can do that. So let's go Chun-Li, man. The Capcom cameos, yeah, man, it does. You've got like, so you've got stuff like you've got Leo the Lion from Red Earth, the CPS3 game in here. You've got like you've got some weird stuff in here. Let me take another sip of my drink because I talk so much, the mouth goes dry sometimes. This has a really good soundtrack. Yeah, so Ken, I don't mind 4-button fighters. I like Gary Mark and the Wolves, but I grew up more playing, like my ones were the 6-button ones, and that's why it's really annoying when you play like something on the Analog Pocket where you've got 2 shoulder buttons, because honestly, I hate shoulder buttons. I played them on the SNES because we played them on the SNES, and I had the medium buttons on the shoulder buttons. I don't like them. I like, even now when I'm playing this, I'm like, so my 8-bit though controller, I'm holding it very, very weird. So if I tell you how I'm holding it, I'm not actually, I'm not holding it like a controller. I'm holding it, so with my left hand, I'm holding it controlling the D-pad, and with my right hand, I'm holding my right hand over it as if I'm playing on an arcade stick, because playing 6 buttons with my thumb are something that I just find it very, very difficult, because naturally I think arcade sticks. So the controller, the M30 controller, the M30 controller is all right like that. So it kind of lets me. I'm trying to do special here. Yeah, it kind of lets me play or activate the buttons like an arcade stick, which is all right. I still prefer an arcade stick though. There's a taunt button and I keep pressing it, right. Oh wow. I had a friend very good with Morrigan on CVS2 and a kind of chain combo. What the heck? Oh, that's funny. So some of the fighting games with like Virtua Fighter and I think Dead or Alive have only got 3 buttons if I'm not mistaken. Dead or Alive's definitely got 3 buttons. One is like counter, then you've got punch and kick. So it's either grab, attack, or kind of like counter parry. So wow, got hit by that. So you've got the lion there. Look, Leo from Third. You got Leo there from Red Earth. See, I'm not meaning to jump there. That's just me doing quarter circles. And that's the issue that I have with this controller. I know a lot of people like it, and I always say it's a me problem, not a controller's problem, because I do this on all 4 M30s I've got, and other people play perfect on here. Okay, right, we're leaving that one, guys. Punch, kick, guard. Ah, okay, cool. I was going to say, right. Let's, guys, get your requests coming in. Let's do the one where your requests in block capitals and we will run them. But I want to do something for the admin team over on my Discord, and that is Big Al and Chris's Retro Gaming. And I know Chris really likes Cotton. And Cotton to English translation. And this one's for you, man. Our back and guard is counter in Dead or Alive. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so back and guard. So there is a guard button in there, right? Okay, Doa. Haha, Doa, Dead or Alive. Look at that. We are utilizing the extra RAM cartridge. That's what it's about. This is a really good game. I definitely like my shmups. Yeah, this is so. I've known Chris since I've been covering FPGA gaming. Chris is Retro Gaming, known as Terminator 2K2 on the Discords, and seriously, the guy's a gem of a guy. Like, you know, always helped me. I know sometimes I was like, oh man, like I'm at work, and same for Big Al. I'm like, I usually like capturing my own footage, but then sometimes I'm at work and I'm like, look, I can sneak off into the server room and do a voiceover, and I can edit the video while it looks like I'm working. Are you able to get me some footage of this game that's come out? And the guys have like got me footage, they've uploaded it. A big shout out to Andy D as well. Andy D, I know he's busy at the moment. Andy D, Terminator 2K2 and Big Al have been a great help. Big shout out. I always give a shout out to Video Game Esoterica as well, because yeah, we've got a very good relationship as 2 content creators. You know, he's welcome to use any of my stuff, any of the footage that I've ever captured, and he's likewise. But we're both we generally like to capture our own stuff because it helps. You know what you're talking about as well. If something funny happens in game, you can kind of mention that. But the options are there. Big shout out to Nico Clem as well, man. Nico Clem has got a French channel where he covers a lot of MiSTer FPGA stuff. Really cool guy, really cool channel. We've got Nathan Ephraim in the house. How you doing, man? Nathan Ephraim. Let me just say Nate again because it's easier. Really do hope your game is going well, man. I've not checked any progress on it recently, but I really do hope it's going well. I know you're working on something, and I know it's a lot of hard work because I tried game development with tools like Game Maker, and man, yeah, that stuff is long. That's what she said. Who we got here? Bajamlock, low server rooms. Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, so the server room, I'm the only one that ever went into it, right? And obviously, I at my old work, I had like unrestricted access via the access control system. In fact, I had more access than I was supposed to have, but I never abused it and kind of went anywhere else. But our server room, it was awesome, and what was really good as well. So what I figured out is when you put in a filter, you put in, what's it called, sound noise suppression. It really helps if you've got a bit of white noise. So you know the fans from like the PCs on the server where you've got stuff like that really cuts any outside sounds. I was amazed at the quality of the sound I would get in the server room. I was like, wow, the sound quality is just superb. So yeah, man, I was always kind of going in there, but like my new job, man, it's hands-on. There's no out of hour shifts. It is Monday to Friday prime time, and there's a lot of very specific stuff that I need to learn and get familiar with. I mean, I'm doing good for someone that's been there 3 weeks, but you know, at my old job I was there for 13 years, so when it came I was an expert. You know, before I left they asked me to you know, they asked me to write what they called a Bible about a lot of the procedures, a lot of the stuff there. I didn't really write the Bible. They wanted to take me off my actual job and get me writing this stuff. But what I did do is I did do some PowerPoint guides that that just kind of talks you through stuff step by step. Now the issue with the PowerPoint guides was that, okay, so when you're using different systems and you're using different software, because everything you manage is pretty much done of a service, right? So you provide this service, you know, there's a risk mitigation service where, you know, any incidents or anything are reported, but it all goes via that. Now there's stuff to do with releasing data, and it all has to be GDPR compliant, general data protection regulations. So it all needs to be compliant. Now you've got different systems, but the worst thing is, and this is what I found really bad, and it was annoying, because some of the people I'd be doing the PowerPoints for were really bad with this software. So when I do a PowerPoint saying, look, go here, click here, pick the third option down, and it'll be a visual demonstration of it by me just doing screen captures when I'm working through stuff and then writing the guide. It wasn't a big thing for me to do, you know. It didn't really take that long, so I was actually all right at doing that. Now the worst thing is, and it annoys me as well, there's too many updates to these things. So you get used to a certain way of working, you recognize an interface. Sometimes an interface is intuitive, sometimes it's not. And so what happens is they change where the layout, or they change the options, or they change the wording. Now what happens is I'll find my way around it. Sometimes I'll be frustrated, and this is something that you experience in Windows as well. Like Windows, you go to Windows, you know where certain options are, you go and look for them, and you find out a Windows update has completely hidden them. You know, you need to kind of go into the registry and add options in order to get that option visible again, or they've just separated it. So when I've done these guides at my old work, what's going to happen is they're going to be good for now with a lot of the systems, but as soon as an update is pushed and they've realized, oh, we want to streamline it and make it even better or easier, those options aren't going to be in place for those people to use. And I find that to be an issue. Sometimes I feel a lot of software that you use is there's changes that are implemented and there's no real reason for it. There's absolutely no real reason for that change. Like you can kind of go without that change, right? Oh, wicked. So you're using Game Maker Studio 2. So Nate, the Game Maker Studio I bought was one I got on Humble Bundle. So I bought like the highest bundle. It was like £20 or something at the time, and I got that with it. I've still got that software, but I've hardly used it. And I know they kind of done that bundle because they were intending on releasing Game Maker 2. So H Demon Arcades, thank you, dude. You are super awesome too. Love it when you show up on the streams. Hope everyone is doing like wickedly well. I'm having a good Saturday, man. Guys, I can't tell you how much I enjoy doing the streams. Because there's the interaction, there's the potential that I can kind of raise awareness to a charity, and this is me chilling. My wife was like, you've been working. So I've been working on another project. I've been working on some stuff. I can't really mention it at the moment, but when the time comes I can talk about it. So I've done the weekly news video today, then I spent a few hours working on this other project, and I said to my wife, I want to chill out and do a stream. She said, look, you've been doing that and this all day. I said, look, you don't understand, like a stream is actually chill time for me. I really do enjoy doing it. So yeah, she was like, yeah, go ahead. Oh, should we do Daytona USA? Because that is a good definition of what the Sega Saturn is. Bjemiok, okay, Bjemiok, okay, hopefully I'm not saying that incorrectly. Okay, that's interesting. Sorry, I'm just reading that when you done it on your intranet. Yeah, do you know what? So look, you know what? Right, when I left my last job, right, you know, I was getting like, oh, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. You know, I spent a long time there, And you know, I had a new manager that was there since June, and I left in October, so July, August, September. So he was there 4 months before I left. He didn't know a lot, you know, he was managing the team, but guys, like, never leave on a bad foot. Like, I left, I worked until the last minute, I resolved issues, and a lot of the issues I know because of my local site knowledge. I put together the guides, and I even told my work, I said, look guys, I'm going to a new place, but you weren't able to offer me a position that was off shift, Monday to Friday, less hours, more money. And I said, I told you what I wanted, but I didn't get it. Also, I went for a promotion that I didn't get, and I was really gutted about that because honestly, quite frankly, I'm not just saying it humbly, I was the best person for the job, in my humble opinion, and whatever other reasons there were, I didn't get it. So cool, no issues. But I did say to my line manager, look, you know, there's an X amount of money. And I said, look, if you need my expertise later, because a lot of my stuff is very, very site specific. There's a lot of relationships that I have that I've built up over years that benefit me in my job role or in my previous job role. So I said, look, if the money's there and you need me, but these are the hours I'm willing to do, and you know, this is the money that I want. I said, look, call me. I said, you know, as much as I will likely enjoy the new job and my new company have been great to me, absolutely great to me, and there's a lot of career progression there. I said, look man, I know what I'm doing at the previous site, and if the money comes in, man, I'll jump in a heartbeat and go back to that job. You know, I'm definitely missing it. And one of the things that I'm missing, I had like a much larger team. Like the team that I had under me was like five to six times the size of what I've got now. But what that meant was I had a lot of freedom to delegate stuff. I look after my team, and they worked good for me, especially like the command team directly below me. Can't really go into too many details about what the job was. I'm actually not allowed to talk too much about it. So that's why I keep it very, very general. But in my new job, I don't have that, which kind of takes away a lot of the freedom, because in my old job, if I had like an appointment or a checkup or something, I could like duck out for like 2 or 3 hours and then come back to work, and it was all good. I never exploited it or did it too much. You know, I made sure I let my manager know. I said, look, these are the options. Would you like me to take annual leave? But obviously I would know that at that time it was difficult to take annual leave, but I would then, it was a necessity, I had to do it. And my manager was always good enough to kind of let me go, come back, and I didn't have to make up the hours or anything. So they were really, really good to me, man, and I left on a good foot. But hey, we're talking about Sega Saturn, man. I've gone too much into my work. Yeah, I built a website for like 15 years almost. Wow. Made ads for banks, all that other stuff, including email related things. Yeah, man, like, a lot of you guys are tech savvy. I'm not tech savvy, but guys, in the sector I worked in, guys, when I say people were bad with PCs, people were bad with PCs, man. Like honestly, like really, really bad with PCs. There was one PC that I used was a shared one. It was a shared PC, almost like a hot desk, and the amount of personal information people would leave on there was insane. It was insane. Let's give this a quick whirl, because this for me almost defines. I always play arcade mode. Let's go Saturn mode. This for me almost defines like the Sega Saturn. I think it's just a great. It's a great flagship game of the system. It's fantastic. Like racing games. And Daytona is just superb, guys. Absolutely superb. Seriously, just love it. And you know, I've often said I don't think 3D has aged well, but you know what? This I have nostalgia for it, man. I played this in the arcade. So previously the sound was very, very low for this. I'm talking like very, very low, and it looks like the sound levels are pretty banging for this now. That sound issue has been resolved, and the sound is now sound. I really want to, at some point, I know me and Video Game Esoteric have been talking about this for a long time, about doing like a collaboration, and I really think we need to get that done at some point, maybe over the holiday season. I've booked some annual leave for like the Christmas week, so I'll be off for like Christmas Day, obviously Boxing Day, and that whole week around that. So what we might be able to do is, I'm really hoping that we can do it on Fightcade, and we don't necessarily have to play, but when we run games, we can kind of go through, talk about our favorite arcade games, and it will give us, it's a good way of us seeing exactly what is going on. We can have like a voice chat over Discord, and I think that would be a good way of doing it. Like Fightcade is fantastic, man. I play it in bed, but I get frustrated because, you know, I'm playing it on a handheld and not on an arcade stick, and I can't really perform. But, you know, it's still fun. It just amazes me that I'm playing, you know, online fighters in bed, man. And yeah, you know, like, yeah, it's amazing. Guys, oh, for any Monster Hunter fans out there, has anyone tried the Monster Hunter Wilds beta? I've downloaded it, but remember, I'm using the PC I'm using to stream now is a 1660 Ti, and that's gonna cut it on lowest settings at 30 FPS, man. So yeah, I need to get a new laptop, man. Guys, if anyone knows in the UK, a laptop, I need it with 32 gig of RAM. I don't want to go 16 and then I find out that it's the RAM soldered on, or 1 8 gig is soldered on, so I can only upgrade it to a maximum of 24. I want one that's with 32 gig, and hopefully I can upgrade the RAM later on, but I want 32 gig minimum. I want an RTX 4070 minimum. Ideally, I'd like a 4080. Now, I want to buy it before Wilds comes out, because I do want to play that game somewhat. I may not have the time to play it that I would. I'll likely buy a new handheld when handheld PCs become more powerful, because for me, Monster Hunter, where I really got into it, I tried playing it on the PSP, but I ended up getting into it on the 3DS, Monster Hunter 4U, and then from then I was an addict. I played every single Monster Hunter after that, you know, from Monster Hunter X or XX, as well as what was the one after that? Like Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter. I didn't like Monster Hunter Rise. I can't be bothered with that. It's like a mobile game. It's a step back from World. Yo, SNK Kev in the house. How you doing? Wicked, wicked, my brother from another mother. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you are doing super. Right, let's run another game, guys. Like, Block Capitals, hit me with games, man. Oh, oops, wrong folder. I keep going in there. Right, so I'm just gonna kind of go through my games list, so you can kind of see some games. And if you want to see a game, just let me know. There's a beta for Monster Hunter, so I need to. Yeah, it's available this week. I know it came out earlier for the PlayStation, for the PS5, if you had PS Plus. However, it's now available for everything. I downloaded the Steam version yesterday. I actually tried running it on the GPD Win 4. It took like 15 minutes compiling shaders, and then the damn game crashed on me. But I was tired last night because I do get up early for work. So I went to bed. I went to bed early last night. Then when I woke up today, I usually go shopping with my boys so they can get fresh bakery and kind of assist me with shopping. But I had to drop my car to the mechanic for the yearly service and MOT. So I dropped that. Mechanic, really cool guy, gave me a lift over to the supermarket, or near the supermarket. Went supermarket, got a bus back. Man, it's difficult going shopping and bringing bags back on the bus. Forgot those days. Yeah, so yeah, okay, kind of lost my trail of thought again, man. Okay, can you play Bug? Yeah, man, yeah, of course I can. Guys, now spotted that. See where it says there, can you play Bug? Just all you need to do, you don't even need to ask politely, just write the name of the game in block capitals, because when I pop my head over to chat, it really does stand out. It just stands out. A single block capitals, you know. You don't need to go crazy and type 10 lines in a row with the game. But you can just put it in there once, and you know, I should be able to spot it mainly. So that is awesome. So SNK Kev, dude, just want to thank you for your support. You've been a channel member for a long time, and seriously, man, like you're awesome, man. You're really good. Even all your studies and what you're aiming to become, you're just a good guy, man, all around. It's an absolute pleasure to know you, man. The FPGA gaming community and the retro gaming community is absolutely awesome, and I've met some really good people during my time doing all of this, and it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. We all need a hobby. I had hobbies. I used to play a lot more video games, man, but now I play less video games, and again, another reason as to why I like doing these streams. It gives me a chance to play quick fire video games. Like, I really like playing arcade games. I really do like playing arcade games, and that's why I got my MiSTer, and I always go to them, because that is what reminds me of childhood, because it reminds me of the time where I just didn't have the money to play these games, the arcade games especially. And yeah, I can play them now, man. I can play them. I mean, I didn't really have a Saturn, but Saturn wasn't really too popular. And I'm playing stuff on a Saturn, and the Saturn is one of my favorite cores on it. I know a lot of people like the N64 core because even though N64 wasn't as popular as a PlayStation, I think it was more popular than the Sega Saturn. Now, yeah, I like the Sega Saturn has more arcadey games on there, man. I've developed a new love for this hardware. I just think it's fantastic. Now, Bug isn't really my jig, man, but it isn't actually a bad game, and I can understand why a lot of people that had maybe a Saturn around that time really do like this game, because this is a much loved game. And I have to say, from a technical standpoint, when this game would have come out, you know, it would have been looking at it and thinking like, wow, this is, ah, that's the jump button. This just looks really good. You could jump on him, can't you? I think. Ah, I'm missing the jump. Wow, okay. Nah. Ah, I'm terrible at this. But guys, this is a game that runs really well. Okay, I was hoping you could bounce off and jump there, but you need to go up here. I remember following the progress of the Saturn core, you know, and then you know, seeing all the stuff that works. Can you even jump up there? I've got to use a ramp every time, man. Hey, nothing like a. This is some bug on bug violence, man. Oh man, I got grasshoppered. Okay. Ooh. Ah! I got some bug juice. Yeah, no one likes being spiked like that, man. Yeah, I can definitely see why this game was liked, and I think I said it previously as well. It just has a good feel to it, man. And you know, I would have never ever tried this game if it wasn't for oh, can I? Nope. I was hoping to. Okay, no, I'm not gonna try it. I would have never tried this game if it wasn't for the MiSTer FPGA. Guys, do we have any other requests on here? There was, yeah, you know what? I saw that, man, but like I said, I don't want just in case like it turns out to be some magnificent kind of thing out there. I don't want to say, you know, it is what a lot of people are calling it, which is a scam. You know, I just want to, okay, that ends. The bug got squashed. Yeah, so I saw that and I was like, okay, my stream is going to coincide with that, but I kind of decided to go ahead with it because I do like doing random streams. Okay, bulk slash. Can't remember if this was a fighting game, man. Too many bugs in this game. Vampire in the house, man. Wicked. How are you doing, buddy? How are you doing? Yeah, so the Super Sega stream, that'd be interesting. I'll definitely try and watch it at some point, and hopefully it's not too long. And yeah, so that they've really been called out by many channels, many people in the retro gaming and the FPGA gaming scene. You know, we've had people like Kevstrist comment on that over on Atari Age, Electron Ash, people that I respect and trust. So it's amazing. 90s gaming guy, but but 2 is good. Oh, bug 2. Okay, you put but 2. Yeah, I think there was none of that. Was Clockwork Knight that I'm thinking of. That was another Marvel that we're gonna look at. What about D? D, is D a game? Do I have D? Is that the game? Is it called D? I can't remember. Rings a bell now. Okay, let's have a quick look at this. Oh no, is this going to be one of those difficult to play games? I bet you it is. Okay, A star. Oh yeah, this is damn good looking. That image there with the salute makes for a really good thumbnail. Vampire. Do we need dual RAM? So Vampire, so I think what SRG320 was saying was fighters such as Virtua Fighter and okay, I can turn into a plane here. Let's turn back into a robot. Fighters such as Virtua Fighter, Fighters Megas, Megamix, Dead or Alive are benefiting from not having any slowdown. So there seems to be advantages there. Some distinct advantages. That's my fire. To the right, okay.
Straight ahead.
Again, this game would have been cutting edge for the time. So let's transform. Wow, seriously guys, like what an amazing game. Like I would have completely and utterly loved this game on the Saturn. It's something I would have enjoyed, played, and I would have tried to complete because on Nintendo 64 I like stuff like Star Fox, Rogue Squadron, and I still like games like this, and I feel like this game has aged really, really well. So yeah, Vampire, going back to your thing, it is the fighters that are benefiting, and at least that's what SRG 320 kind of mentioned. It's the fighters that are really, really benefiting from lack of slowdown. I actually started this stream in a complete disaster by running the single SD RAM core, only to realize I ran the wrong one. But I kind of guess it worked as a benefit because we then moved over to the dual RAM and saw improvements, especially in what's it called, Fighters Megamix. So good stuff there. Right, let's run another game because let's play something. I wonder if Kevtris is up. So Kevtris speaks sometimes over on the FPGA gaming Discord. So he does speak on there, and he spoke about he kind of mentioned some stuff about Super Sega over on the Atari Age forums. But I'd already did my video showing what the community was saying about it, so it was the video was out then. If I saw that before my video, I would have added the Kevtris segment in there as well, because it would have made the video even better. But I had a lot of stuff from Electron Ash in there, and a lot of stuff was like what people were saying in comments about it, because ultimately the people in the comments are the people that are going to buy it, they're potential customers. So if they're saying we don't trust it, then that would generally be the general consensus. So yeah, okay, so this is what we got here. We got Clockwork Knight, and I think there was a cheat that was discovered for Clockwork Knight 2 that gives you access to Clockwork Knight 1. Now I remember seeing this and being again mesmerized by the graphics at the time this came out. You know, that's when I remember it was like Aladdin, like out with the old lamps, in with the new lamps. We're all into like our 3D stuff. That's what we wanted. 3D was cool, 2D wasn't as cool, even though, you know, going back to stuff retrospectively and going back into older games, it's definitely the 2D games that I like playing more now. But at the time technology was evolving, we all just wanted 3D, man, or at least a lot of us did. One of my close friends who does consult me on stuff on the channel, because he's just wicked at Street Fighter as well. Someone that Kung Fu knows as well, but a person likes to stay away from social media. But I'll give one of their online screen names. There's a guy called Chowster. For anyone that's old cool Street Fighter will know that name. But yeah, so what's it? Okay. Oh, Power Slave. Okay, Dr. Johnny Bananas. We can definitely do that. Let's have a look at this. But first, we are in Betsy's room. Power Slave, that's the other one as well, isn't it? It's Power Slave, and it's also known, it's got another name as well. Again, like looking at this, it just looks darn good. And I like, see, what they've done in this game is A is jump, C is jump. So if you like your games Nintendo style, where, you know, the buttons might be the wrong way around for certain things, you're good. If you like a different way, you've got them there as well. So I'm personally using C for jump, and obviously B is attack. Okay, so you hit stuff, but again, this looks really, really good. And you know, you have to remember, when you're coming from like a Super Nintendo or a Mega Drive, and you're seeing stuff like this, you're getting blown away. You know, just that exactly how darn good these are looking. Again, like, look how great this is playing on the MiSTer FPGA. And guys, I don't say it lightly. I know sometimes it upsets other people when I say it, and I really don't know why. The MiSTer is king. It is a darn king, and you know, I have strong biases towards the MiSTer. I absolutely love the damn machine. It's what got me into FPGA gaming. I love the Analog Pocket because, you know what, you can't get another handheld FPGA device. But darn, the amount of versatility the MiSTer has. You can plug in light guns into it, slack adapters, original controllers, have it on a CRT, outputting to HDMI at the same time. A lot of the cores are arcade perfect, and if they're not, they're still getting improvements. We've got systems like the Saturn on there. We've got N64 on there. We've got stuff on there that excels it, takes it further than original hardware. Even though there's an argument there to be had, do we want it original better than original hardware? Do we want quality of life features in there? Or do we want to stop at just mimicking the original hardware? But guys, hashtag, I want the hashtag to trend over on Twitter. MiSTer is king. And I'll stand by that. Now, if you know, long live the king. But hey, if another king comes along, and this king, you know, has to become a prince or an old king, then so be it, guys. You know, I'll accept that. You know, something like the Replay 2 surfaces, they've got like a workflow that gets all the MiSTer cores over easily, and then it's like it's got everything the MiSTer offers, all the snack, all the versatility, as well as like modern cores like say the Dreamcast. Then man, like, you know, that will be the machine I use. But you know what we won't forget is a lot of the cores are stemming from MiSTer. Now, I know a lot of people say MiSTer kind of originated from MIST, but guys, I wasn't around for the MIST, so I don't have anything for it. This is the original one that I know. All credit to all other FPGA consoles out there, MIST, you know, CD, whatever else is out there, cool, awesome. But MiSTer is where my journey began. And honestly, no matter how far we advance, like, I'll never ever lose the love that I have for the MiSTer FPGA. It is just absolutely superb. And yeah, I remember looking at this game, man. I can't remember what the other name was, man. I can't remember what the other name was. Power Slave, was it? Nah, it wasn't Descend. That was the one where you're flying around and whatnot. Something else show. Yeah, again, yeah, Chris's Retro Gaming. There's so much arcade stuff, and I always say my bias is towards the arcade games, man. There's still stuff like Rainbow Islands that I want on this, right? Which is way doable. Hopefully stuff like the Taito F3 can come over to it. So there's still a lot more life left in this, right? You know, so there's some people that kind of hate on MiSTer, and they're like pointing out all his shortcomings. But generally I find when people like to point out shortcomings, it's usually down to their own shortcomings. And this is something that I've learned in real life as well. When someone's like, oh, look at the shortcomings here, it's generally down to you know, there are own shortcomings. MiSTer's wicked. If I never got another call for the MiSTer, you know what, I'm jiggy with it, man. I'm happy. Like, it has enough on there. I've got enough games on my MiSTer as it stands now that if I went on a desert island, like, I've got enough games to play here until like I'm dead. Like there's just too many games to play. And that's a lot of the reason why I like playing arcade games, because when I play the arcade games, it's just it's quick play. You know, on the Analog Pop, people are like, are you playing? I don't play anything long on there. I just play arcade games, and it's just a quick way of playing it. Or like, you know, I'll play arcade style games if I'm playing something on the SNES or like the Mega Drive. The PC Engine is a really good core as well. It has some really good ports of like IRIM M72 games, as well as like a lot of the Namco stuff. It's just available on there, and it plays really well. And I end up playing a lot of those games out there. You know, I'm like, okay, that's what I want to play. You know, playing those long-winded games is difficult. You know, having a family life, a full-time job, and doing like the YouTube stuff as well. And that's why the reason I'm not putting out as many videos, even though I am managing to get some videos out there. This last week's not been a heavy week, and we're going to see the production of videos going down. But that's, guys, I am really busy with my job. And when I come home from work, I don't want to be an a-hole, man. You know, I'll say to my wife, look, what's up? I'll help putting the boys to bed. I'll deal with my mum, because her memory is just really bad. Like, she'll ask the same thing again and again. She won't want to get changed, and I'll have to get a change in her night clothes. Then, you know, brush her teeth, make sure she's eaten. You know, just kind of go through some stuff. So that's why you see, you know, I won't always be doing a lot of videos. But my wife is just wicked, man. She'll say, if I tell her, look, there's a video I really want to do, because, you know, this video, I consider it really important, she'll kind of take care of it. And then what I'll do is, as soon as I get a bit of time, I'll end up taking her to like a restaurant, a favorite restaurant. But what's really good, guys, is, let me just run this for a second. What's really good, guys, is because my daughter's quite old now as well, my wife and the daughter have a bond. So a lot of times, like, if I look after the boys, and, you know, I can still work while or do a video while I've got my boys, You know, they can play, they can do an activity. My wife and my daughter will go out and do something for themselves because they might like doing stuff, and often they do, that honestly I have no interest in. Even when I go shopping with the boys a little bit, but I used to do my shopping after night shift. We're talking when I do my shopping after night shift, it is with military precision. I know the layout of the supermarket. I go in there after night shift, I grab what I want, I'm out of there in like 15 to 20 minutes, even less sometimes. I grab all the stuff, but I grab all the heavy stuff. So if I need to buy I don't know, like rice, you know, cooking oil, like the heavy stuff, I'll grab all of that, I'll grab all the bits, I'll do the shopping, and if there's other little bits and bobs that I like, my wife can go with my daughter and go and get it, and she can take her time. I hate shopping. For me, it's something I just need to do quickly. So guys, there was a bit of controversy about this. I'm not exactly sure what it was. I didn't look too deep into it. So this is Princess Crown. This has been translated for the Sega Saturn, and it's a game that the developers on this went on to form Vanillaware. I really like Vanillaware. Odin's Sphere and Dragon's Crown are two of my favorite games on the Vita. Like, looking at those games just makes me feel damn happy, man. It just makes me feel amazingly happy. Like, they just look absolutely great, and I can't, like, there's no way you can't love this art direction and this style of art that we're seeing here. Just the whole intro for this, guys, this is sheer epicness. This is the kind of stuff that I like seeing. And the funny thing is, I'm not even interested in playing this game. I just love the opening sequence so much. I can watch it again and again and again. And this is where 2D has just aged so darn well, man. I mean, look at that. You've got these knights coming in, and now it's translated. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to the MiSTer handheld, because that means at some point I'll be playing a lot of this stuff on a handheld MiSTer, man. I'll be playing it in bed. You know, I don't really play it on public transport. My journey's not that long to work now, so what I do watch, I watch videos on public transport. It's the only time I watch anything. So I'm watching currently SWAT on Netflix. It's not really the best program out there, but it's not really the worst out there. But guys, yeah, this is out, man. This is available, and if you've wanted to play Princess Crown, maybe you want to check it out, guys. It's gonna take a sec. Just gonna let me mute my mic so you don't hear me chug my drink. Be right back. But anyone out there that wants to do streaming, guys, I can't emphasize, always have a drink with you. And always go to the toilet first as well. That part's not essential, you know. As VGE said when I said I need to go to the toilet before a stream, he was like, yeah, just in case you crap your pants live on air, which I found really, really funny. Yeah, you know, always have a drink. There was a stream I was doing and I didn't have a drink with me, and honestly, by the end of it, I was dehydrated. But I think I do talk a lot. Like, I can talk for the country. So again, guys, look how fantastic the intro for this is. It's just amazing. Absolutely love it. And the Saturn core for the MiSTer, it's phenomenal. Now, I know it may not be 100% accurate as far as every single game goes, but darn, man, like, it's amazing. You know, I can't see the Super Sega guys ever bringing something as good as this, you know, if at all. By the way, guys, has anyone that's popped into the stream did they watch that Super Sega stream? What was on there, man? Talk to me. Let me know, man. Let me know wagwan, like, what happened on that, because I will check it out later. I do find the whole thing very, very bizarre, and it's interesting looking at that. But again, look at this. Look how darn good this looks, and it's in English now, man. Like, this is in English. This is just wicked. Okay. I didn't even know there was an art book, man. But yeah, the art book is wicked. And I always say I want more beat 'em ups to be like Dragon's Crown, so we can keep grinding and going back and unlocking stuff, boosting stats, everything that you do in Dragon's Crown. You know, you can play that game for hundreds of hours, and I love the Monster Hunter formula. I would love to get like a Monster Hunter formula, but in a 2D game, you know. I would love that RPG element in there. It will make me play it more and more. You know, when we look at Metroidvanias, look at Metroidvania as a genre. Right, the Metroidvania genre, why is it so popular? Especially, I'm talking about the 2D Metroidvanias, because we grew up playing a lot of side-scrolling arcade games. But an arcade game, yeah, as much as we like them, right? You go left to right, you know, up to down, wherever you go, or generally left to right. But the Metroidvania has given us that formula where we go left to right. but it's given us a map. We go back, we backtrack, we unlock different areas, we get different powers. It's like your childhood arcade gaming experience just on steroids. You've got so much more in there. You know, once, oh no, I've turned on auto fire. How do I turn it off? Oh, hold on, did I? I don't even know how I did that, you know. Hopefully it'll go. Right, let's run something else. Let's now run, I think it's Castle. Which one's the English translation? Is it the first one? Oh, here we go, English translation. So yeah, Metroidvania games are just fantastic, man. So for me, the 2D Metroidvanias, and the reason it's my favorite genre to play one player, it's because it takes that arcade experience that I so much loved. It takes all of that stuff, and what it does is it turns it into like a massive game, you know, with so much customization, a full map, abilities that lets me go back and do stuff. And that's why I think the 2D Metroidvania genre is very, very popular, especially with us older gamers. We've got like the arcade games that we love, and we've got a plus version of it. And there's so many games I'd like to see Metroidvanias of. Rastan, Metal Slug, you know, so many Magic Sword, any 2D action game, bloody Robocop, Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. Any 2D game you can name out there, if they released a Metroidvania of that, I would absolutely love that. And the reason that I stand by that, guys, is because, okay, think Strider now, right? Strider, great action game. But the Metroidvania they did of that game, it's a darn good game. It's a very, very good game. You know, the Metroidvania of that is fantastic. And we can bring a lot of these older arcade games into like modern Metroidvanias. I'd absolutely love that, man. That would be just bliss for me, man. MiSTer's fantastic. People should not hate on it. Yeah, unfortunately, like the MiSTer does get hate on it, but often it's you know, there's ulterior motives there, as at least as far as I can tell, because the MiSTer shouldn't really get hate. You know, sometimes I've seen it where you know, like there's an individual, you know, like for example, one person says something like, or has an argument with someone, and that one individual is then held accountable for all of the MiSTer community. It's like, okay, one person represents that. That's like for example, you know, one person from the UK saying one thing, and give up on that candle, and then someone saying, you know what, or someone saying to me that I am a true representation of everyone in Great Britain. It's just very, very silly. MiSTer's just wicked. There's no way. It's an open source project. It's wicked. There's so many awesome people that contribute it. It's a great community. And guys, like with any community, you are going to get some odd people. You are going to get some negative people in there. That's just absolutely normal. That's you cannot avoid that. Even the size that my channel is at now, I get I get all sorts on here. The vast majority of you guys are freaking awesome. And you know, I've got nothing but love for you guys, but man, there's some very, very bad characters on there. I mean, there was one guy when I said you know, I'll be doing charity streams where you can donate to charity. They said, okay, so you're extorting money from well, you found another way to extort money from like the public. And I was like, okay, you know what, like some of these people are just, you know, you get these weird guys out there, but the important thing is, you know, not to kind of pay any attention to that, man. Like they say, sticks and stones will hurt my bones, but words don't mean a damn thing. So yeah, even though, you know, I don't necessarily fully agree with that, words just aren't nice. It's not nice to be mean generally, you know, but you get all sorts in a community, right? You get the good, you get the bad, and you get the ugly. Referencing a Clint Eastwood movie here for anyone that's old and knows, and I think that's one of the most popular ones out there: the good, the bad, and the ugly. Guys, I can't play this. I hate the controls for this. I can only play this on the PlayStation. I can't play it on this type of controller. Let's go Bubble Symphony, because I feel like I can't do a Saturn stream without giving this game some kind of mention. And the graphics are double amazing on CRT. Yeah, man, wicked. Yeah, graphics on a CRT just look wicked, man. Oh, wicked, Philae, thank you so much, man. We got a donation, man. Philae, you're freaking awesome, man. So guys, Philae also has a channel. He streams a lot of MiSTer stuff. and you know, you can chat to him while he's streaming and everything. He's another person, sorry I forgot to mention, he helps me out a lot on the channel. He really helped me set up that the X68000 core. He kind of educated me on the WonderSwan. Philo, I appreciate you, man, and I'm sure the Alzheimer's Association will appreciate your donation. That's super appreciated, man. That's really nice, man. You know, there's a lot of people that I even speak to that have kind of they don't discuss their, oh man, thank you so much, 90s gaming guy, man. Guys, seriously, you're awesome, man. Thank you so much. So there's a lot of people that I spoke to after the last stream, and they reached out to me privately saying, look, we understand, you know, dementia or like Alzheimer's, and we deal with people on a daily basis that have it, or we've got it in our family, so we completely understand, and I get that, man. And you know, it's just nice. It's nice. Now, guys, I get pranked sometimes because, and that's one of the reasons I really wanted to get out of my shift job. There was a reason, among other reasons. One of the reasons that I wanted to give it up, because when I was doing night shift, when I was coming home in the morning, like sometimes like my brain, like I just felt like I'd been out clubbing all night. I don't know, like doing various substances, but I wasn't. I just couldn't focus that well. And even now, like sometimes I forget my train of thought, but I just think I end up talking too much and I forget what instigated or what kind of began that conversation. But yeah, I was thinking, you know, I'm coming home and this is what I'm thinking, like, and I'm thinking, is this what my mum's brain is like? You know, I'll tell you what's really difficult. Like in the UK, we like tea, but I like tea. I drink coffee as well. I'll go between tea and coffee. I have my phases. My mum absolutely loves tea. Now the thing is, like sometimes if you have an upset stomach, you can't have dairy products. It will make you, your upset stomach will make you go to the toilet multiple times. How do you tell someone with dementia that loves tea, that will go and make a cup of tea and keep doing it, that you can't have it because you've got, you know, an upset stomach? Very difficult. As soon as I'm away for any minute, bang, there's another cup of tea. That cup of tea finishes, the person forgets that they had a cup of tea and they fancy another cup of tea. So she'll start having like 3 or 4 cups of teas in a row. But then, you know, that will lead to her getting up in the middle of the night and, you know, just having that upset stomach in the toilet, which will result in me having to kind of clean the toilet. So yeah, and it's very difficult. And when you tell the person, you've had like 3 cups of tea, to their knowledge, they've not had any tea. And you're telling them, look, have it with a bit of honey, have it with a bit of lemon. And that's not how they like it. So it's very, there's a lot of situations that you're kind of faced with, and no 2 days are the same. So what's really good is I'm actually going around my cousin's for lunch tomorrow at 2 p.m. He's helping with something that I can't really speak about at the moment. So, but yeah, he when I go and see him, his wife, she's actually a doctor for specifically for something to do with old people. So man, she gets on like a house on fire with my mum, or at least she's doing like the doctor part really well. But she's a good person. So like when I went there last week to my cousin, because I went to help him with something, you know, I took my mum with me because I can only spend time like this on a weekend. So I took her with me, took the boys with me, and my mum didn't want to leave. She was like, no, like, can we stay longer? Can we stay longer? So I was like, all right, let's do a few more minutes and then go. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do tomorrow. So I'm kind of looking forward to it, man. My cousin's like a really awesome guy, man. Yeah, it'll be awesome. I don't think there is a cure, man. And honestly, I really hope it's not something that, you know, I end up getting. You know, all you can do is hope for the best, right? And I really hope it's not something that I get, because, you know, you can see it. Like, honestly, look, when I look at my mum's face, I can see a person that is not sane. You know, the nicest way to put it, I can see from their actions, their speech, the looks that I get, you know, and it's the kind of thing that, you know, sometimes you used to hear of someone that wasn't fully sane and you used to get a warning about it, especially when you're young and you see this stuff. So, you know, you get that out there, and you know, this is the woman that brought us up. But you know, we're at the moment, I'm having to do, or my household is having to do a lot of the care. But at some point, you know, we will, or she may move like to my brother's in another country. It's just something that will kind of work between us. So there are some hurdles and some obstacles in the way that we kind of need to get through, and hopefully we can do that. So Right, I'm not going to play this. We've run this for a bit, and for the whole part, this game looks really, really good. I like Bobble Bobble, but I have to say the soundtrack for this is a little bit too much. Like I hear it sometimes, and it's a little bit. It's you know, I kind of prefer the actual Bobble Bobble soundtrack. So let's have a look. So oh, okay, there was a game. So there's different versions of. I've got a lot of different versions of Symphony of the Night on here. I've got like 4 different versions and different patches. Let's go Don Patchy, and that's because initially when it wasn't working, I was trying different ways of trying to get it to work. So, but now it just works. It just works bang out all right. I want to give a shout to MiSTer Add-ons as well, man. They sent me like a rubber kind of like housing for the MiSTer Add-ons case, and it's just really, really good. It's, you know, it takes care of like the rubber feet coming off or anything like that. It's just a really, really nice case, man. I really like MiSTer Add-ons, man. On a personal level, the guy's really nice, man. Like seriously, really, really nice. Like I said, I've met like 99.9% of the people I've met are real, genuine, good people, man. You know, and MiSTer Add-ons is definitely one of them, man. The guy is just fantastic, man. There's a lot of people. In fact, I even spoke to Nat from MiSTerFPGA.co.uk. They're really good. I ordered my original MiSTer stuff from them, and guys, you know what? That guy's really, really good as well. So big shout out to Nat from MiSTerFPGA.co.uk. Really good place to buy MiSTer accessories from in the UK. So I know a lot of people really like these games, and I can't even remember what's out for the MiSTer and what's not, because I'm definitely into shmups, but I got more into shmups like recently. You know, I didn't realize I was a fan until I got the MiSTer and I started playing them. Let's go shop. I got my MiSTer from MiSTer Add-ons. The owner was really helpful. Yeah, man, the guy's bang on, man. And do you know what, guys? Like, I'm honestly, like, I'm proud to have him for a sponsor, man. Like, honestly, like seriously, I am like, I can't tell you how chuffed I am. So I went when I initially went for sponsorship. I approached, or the 2 main people I approached. I think I approached the 3rd one as well, but I didn't hear anything back for a long time. I approached Ultimate MiSTer. I think the guy, his name's Ricardo, and I approached MiSTer Add-ons. And honestly, out of dealing with the 2, I have to say it was definitely more of a professional. And this isn't anything bad for Ricardo or anything. The guy seems fairly sound from all the dealings I've had with him. Yeah, it just seemed it was definitely more of a simpler process dealing with MiSTer Add-ons. And you know, he got the sponsorship deal, and you know, that's something we both went with. I needed a dual RAM MiSTer because at a certain point some cores were announced where it was recommended, where it's actually not even recommended. I think it was foretold that, you know, when these cores come to work, they're going to require dual RAM. And I was like, okay, I want to try these cores on the channel. And it kind of led me into thinking, well, I don't want to spend money on the channel. I don't really make a lot of money out of the channel, not enough to justify buying a whole new MiSTer setup. So I thought, let me try and get one. So as I dealt with Ultimate MiSTer, Ricardo, I mean, that was all right, but there was long pauses in between stuff, and yeah, it didn't work out, and I'm really, really glad it didn't, because, you know, I really like Pork Chop as you know, as right, let's go with this one. I really like him on a personal level. So I'm honestly, guys, like I'm proud and I'm honored to have him as you know, as a sponsor on the channel. When I wear that MiSTer Add-ons, or when I put it on a stream, or when I put it on the show, like I'm honestly happy, right? Since hitting 10,000, I'll tell you what's really, really interesting. I keep getting emails on the email associated with my channel. That what I do is the emails that I have associated with the channel, I'll get, look, there's a new Android game coming out, and you know, would you do like a sponsor, you know, would you do a 30-second sponsored segment for like monitor, and guys, for some money, for some real hard cash, if I was to do that. I don't know exactly what the deals are, guys. You know, I don't even entertain those, because I would only want to push something that I would genuinely like myself. Now, don't quote me on that, because maybe at some point, you know, if I was offered like a whole heap of money and I was like, wow, this is actually really gonna improve my quality of life, or it's gonna give me an income that's actually gonna be life-changing. When I say life-changing, you know, like, for example, like, so if something paid me like £1,000 a month, that would significantly improve my quality of life. That could pay for certain things that I pay for out of my wages. Now, if that happens and there's a certain game or I need to plug something, I may well change for that. But at least for now, I'm kind of happy and content. I'm happy doing these streams. I'm happy playing this stuff. I'm happy going along with it, growing this organically. Hopefully, you know, I am, you know, there won't be any more strikes. Just for the record, guys, there was, I'm not going to mention names or anything like that, but they were, and please don't mention any names in the comments or anything like that, but there were some strikes that the channel got. Recently there were 2 strikes, but I'm happy to say that my counterclaim was challenged with legal notice, but then the legal kind of court action or whatever it was, there was some paperwork filed with the Copyright Claims Board, and that Copyright Claims Board stuff was actually yeah, it was, well, it wasn't accepted via YouTube. You know, I won't go into the reasons or anything, but yeah, so not only did I not get the strikes, or the 2 copyright strikes were reversed. What actually happened was the videos were reinstated because they were, even though the strikes went, but the videos were unavailable because of pending legal action. But whatever, I don't know exactly how YouTube works, but what happened was that legal action, YouTube said they failed to do whatever it is they were supposed to do, and those videos are back now. I have left those videos as private for now. As to whether I'll make them public or not in the future, I guess time will tell, but at least for now they're private. But yeah, so that was an episode that's over. There's all I can say is there's other things that are happening and I'm dealing with, and I can't really discuss them at the moment. Well, to be honest, I can, but I don't want to. But given time, you know, and if it is proper, there may be something I can discuss on the channel. But for now, I can't say more. But guys, you don't need to talk about it in chat or anything. You don't need to give names. We don't, you know, we don't need to do anything there. I'm just kind of giving you a channel update on the fact that, you know, there were some strikes on the channel, but those strikes have completely gone. It's as it stands now. It's almost like those strikes. It's like those strikes never happened. They did happen, but in the manner in which they gone, it has left nothing on my channel. Like, there are no penalizations and there are no videos that have been removed or anything like that. So from a channel perspective, everything is as good as it can be. Let me have a look at some of this. I like the flashing lights. Oh yeah, cool. Oh, let's have a look at this. Oh, sorry, someone asked for the name of the game. Has someone mentioned it? What game was I playing before? Oh, it was Dodonpachi. Sorry, man. Dodonpachi. Yeah, that's a great game, man. MiSTer, yeah, guys. Oh, guys, I love the intro for this game, man. I would say you will never have this much fun with elevators as you will with elevator action, man. It is just absolutely superb. Wicked. Yeah, nice. Sorry, just checking my messages. I've got a few messages to kind of answer when I get back on this. I see Big L, you've put a ping somewhere in a Discord. I'll check that after. I'll just kind of swipe down on my phone to look at notifications. But guys, this is a really good game, man. And a big shout out to core developer Raki. Their handle on Twitter is at RCA Victor Co. And guys, they are absolutely awesome, really good, and there's a lot of people that have been really good to me. And when I say people have been good to me, people just haven't been like, you know, they haven't been hostile or negative, or what's the word, snobby. I've had some people that have been snobby towards me, but for the whole part, the vast majority of developers have been awesome, and Raki is one of them. Raki is amazing, man. And the great news is, from a development perspective, Raki now actually has an Analog Pocket developer kit, and they're looking to bring out Super Locomotive as their first core after they finish work on Twinbee for the MiSTer FPGA. Now, what's really interesting is I'm really hoping Raki really gets on with the Open FPGA side. They really enjoy working on the Pocket and bringing cores over, because hopefully we can get stuff like Salamander on there. And the reason that Raki's name came up when running this game, it should have really come up with Bubble Symphony as well. These games, the arcade versions, are available on the Taito F3 system. The Taito F3 system is a massive system with lots and lots of games on it, guys. It's an amazing system, and it's something that Raki has got on their roadmap. Now, it's not something that's going to happen soon, and it's something that may not ever happen, but it's something that they have looked at in some capacity. And honestly, I'd love to get that over to FPGA, because I tell you what, now some of the arcade ports on the Saturn, this one, Bubble Symphony, they're decent on emulation when you play them on MAME, but there's a degree of latency that you can feel on there that you don't feel when playing it on the MiSTer FPGA. So stuff like Elevator Action, guys, I can't recommend this game enough. Like the original Elevator Action, which is a decent game, but it's a little bit before my time. And a massive shout out to Anton Gale. Anton Gale is also awesome, very, very nice guy. So he done the Tato SJ system. Elevator Action was likely the biggest game on there, but again, they're like more 8-bitty games. Don't get me wrong, I did like some of those games, but 16-bit is where really my heart is at. There are some exceptions. I do like some 8-bit games as well, but yeah, so Elevator Action, you know, the arcade core is available, courtesy of Anton Gale. That's available for the Pocket and the MiSTer FPGA. But guys, Tato F3 will be amazing to get on there. So when I play this stuff on MAME, I can feel the latency, man, and I don't enjoy it as much. So on the Saturn, some of these cores are better. There's another really, really good game. Let me show you guys. Unless, guys, you know you can. Oh, what's this? This game features Jad the Tap. Okay, cool. Remember, if you want games, block capitals, we're good with it, man. This is a really, really good game, and I always say, what a darn great game this is. I think it's this one here. Now, this game feels like a dream come true, guys. Like you play it and everything just works. Like a good game is when you play it and you think this button does this, and it does that. It really does that, and you're like, wow, this is super, super amazing. And I like this game so much. I remember I was like, gonna do an independent video on it, and I had my GPD Win 2. If you're not sure what that device is, it's a handheld 10-inch PC with a 10-inch screen with a built-in controller. So sometimes I capture emulation footage on there. Guys, when I played this on MAME, I don't know if it was the version of MAME I had. I'm still using MAME 0.26 something, 266 maybe, but I know 2.7 something's out now. But guys, the game just felt better on the Saturn. So this is a shmup. So you've got, so one thing I like about it, wherever you rotate your turret, you've always got a bullet that's firing up. So you can focus your turret somewhere, and you've always got a bullet that's firing up. This really is a great arcade game. I would have loved this in the arcade. It's very unique. You're a tank. The way you control the levels, the bosses, everything is just great about this game. And it's nice to see variations on shmups. Oh, you want to see X-Men Arcade version 3? I think I've got that. Is that oh, here you go. Really good soundtrack for this as well. Got to say, it's amazing. But do you know what? So at the moment we actually have Ortego's arcade core. Yeah, so maybe it's on 271 now. I will update it. I only update it incrementally once in a while. I don't update it every release. I know Video Game Esoterica does, because I saw his video talking about the new version of MAME. Ooh, that went a bit fuzzy there. So he really, really likes that. So yeah, so let's run into this again. This is amazing. It's amazing to see this. Now we've got the arcade version. The arcade version is still a beta version, so you need to be a patron supporter. But guys, he's added more characters to this. So here we go. So you need to press start here. So we've got Cyclops, Wolverine. We've got Storm and Nightcrawler. Honestly, Colossus will be cool. And to the developer out there, I think it's called Hot Rod or something. Honestly, you can leave Dazzler out, man. I think Dazzler's the worst character in there. And it's not someone that I know from the X-Men cartoons. So let's go the new character in here, Nightcrawler. Down, down. Really good soundtrack. The way that down, down comes in. It's wicked. I love these fan projects, man. It's so amazing. It's sometimes like you're playing a game and you're like, okay, we've got the arcade version, we've got this. Why do you need it on the Saturn? To that, I always say, why not? There's talented people out there that were like, you know what, I wanted this on the Saturn. Well, you know what, I have the talent now to actually bring it over to the Saturn. And guys, honestly, for the whole part, this feels fantastic, man. And the soundtrack for this game is wicked. I nearly used it on one of the weekly news videos, but I would have had to cut out the beginning, you know, where the speech comes in saying, here are the heroes. And I'm always rushing with this, rushing when I'm doing like the weekly news videos, guys. So or I might try and extend it a little bit. I'll see if I get a notification from my wife saying what's going on, can you come down, then I might just be like, guys, quick end to the stream, that's it. But wow, the soundtrack for this game is wicked, just love it. You know, let me do a special. His special's pretty cool looking. Oh, it's that button, right, okay. Do you know what would be really, really nice is like the Spider-Man beat 'em up as well. It's a lot of it. To be honest, it's not the greatest beat 'em up, and even this, I wouldn't say this is the greatest beat 'em up, but it's X-Men. It's an X-Men beat 'em up. You know, you can be Nightcrawler, not my favorite character, but not my like least favorite character either. It's Nightcrawler. All right. Love his special though. His special is very, very cool. I think Wolverine's special looks good as well. That big kind of ray out there, man. Seriously, what a great job bringing this over to the Saturn, man. It feels like the darn arcade version. I honestly can't tell the difference. And you know, this one here, I wonder if it's closer to the arcade than the state the beta is in at the moment. I mean, I don't know this game well enough to know. I know it could be 1cc. Someone's 1cc there over on YouTube. It's nice watching 1cc's over on YouTube, man. It's very, very nice looking at that stuff. Very, very skilled stuff. Just look at it and you think like, wow. One thing in a lot of these games though is you need patience. There's certain windows and there's certain parts you need to wait. But you know, I'm like monkey see, monkey do. Just attack everything. Again, very, very comic book. Another game I really want coming over to FPGA, guys, is Captain America and the Avengers. Right, let's use a special here. So guys, this is available. I've done videos on it. So's Video Game Esoterica. I've mentioned there. When I say I've done videos on it, like sometimes I may not do that many videos during the week, especially now. But it will be my weekly news video, man. Wicked. Yeah. So yeah, it's a fan. No, it is a fan. It's a fan. I don't know. It's made by a fan anyway. A fan has brought the arcade version over. Whether it's support, it's a work in progress. I think they've got like the first 3 levels now. So they'll end up completing it at the rate that they're going out. It's just going well. Okay, let's run another game. Oh, Yamani, I think you told me about that game, fella. But yeah, that's like a visual novel. Oh, I should try the mouse out at one point. VirtuaCop is good. Let's run with the intro of VirtuaCop because that just looks really, really good. And guys, while that plays, let me just, I'm gonna text my wife and I'm gonna see if I can stream for longer. Let me just get a permission. Let me not annoy her. So hopefully it'll run into an intro. Let me just say, can I stream? She's cool. Let's see what she says, because I have a feeling I heard the stairs. She may have actually dealt with my mum. So if she has, that means I can likely stream for a little bit longer, which would be wicked, which would be bad boy. And she's cool like that. So let's see what she says. I'll wait for that notification to pop out. Oh, really sorry guys. I was hoping we actually had like a little bit of an intro there. You know, some eye candy. Ah. Oh, look at that. She says, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me just tell her. Let me just send her the heart emoji because I can do that in quick reply. Honestly, I don't know what I've done to deserve such an awesome wife, man. Like seriously, really, really good. Like with my new job, because like it's like, so for my previous job where I said like I had a bigger support team or I had like a lot more people like around, I always so I never, you know, she never ever she never ever got up and made breakfast. I always told her, look, you know, I'm good. You know, don't, you know, she's of the type that, no, I need to make you breakfast. I'm like, look, I'm getting up early for work, chill. Like it's a few days. I'll have like a cup of tea, a few biscuits, and then I'll go to work. What she'll do sometimes is she would make me like a mix of tuna, I don't know, or egg mayonnaise, or I'll take like packets of different meats and buy some cheese and make my own sandwiches. Sometimes porridge. But I'd have that when I get to work. Like I said, there was a lot of freedom at my old job. So the new job, like she's getting up every morning and she's like, no, I'm going to make you breakfast. I'm like, really? You don't have to. She goes, look, I don't have to, but you're at a new job until you find your mojo. She didn't use the word mojo. I just used that. until you find your, your bearings and everything there. I just want to get up and I just want to make you breakfast. So for the past 3 weeks, she's been getting up and making breakfast. So I kind of need to go to, and to be honest, for the whole part, I've been enjoying her making me breakfast, man. I've been having like the British beans on toast, like sometimes like a like, I don't know, like a sausage sandwich, and just like good stuff for breakfast that I like for breakfast, as well as that sometimes just porridge or a simple sandwich, even sometimes like peanut butter and toast, and she's doing that while I'm getting ready. But I think it will just come to a point where I go, look, I'm gonna have something simple, and I've kind of got a routine down where I can pop out an hour after to kind of pop out and grab something. So wicked, man. Oh, I really want, yeah, I know that might well be coming, man. I know Vertex has done a lot of work regarding some of like the reverse engineering on that particular hardware. So that's amazing. As well as that, what else have we got? So hopefully something that Ortega brings out. But guys, I can't speak for these developers because, it may come out, it may not come out, but it's definitely something that we certainly wish to see come out. Let's see, does Primal Rage bring a good intro? Let's have a look, because I did see that on there and I did kind of want to run that. Okay, you know what, actually changing it here, let's go Last Bronx, because that's a 3D fighter from what I remember. So maybe the dual RAM version of the core will negate some slowdown in this game, if obviously this game suffered from slowdown, which I'm not exactly sure. I don't think this was one of the ones that was mentioned, but here's a fighter and it's 3D-ish from what I remember, so that's good. Do light gun games work on MiSTer? Omar, yes they do. You need a snack adapter and a native light gun will work. Big Al, if you're still in chat, let him know. Can you use the Saturn gun? Because I know you've got an original Saturn, and you mentioned you even playing Virtua Cop or Virtua Cop 2 earlier on original hardware. But yeah, does that? Have you got that light gun working on the MiSTer? I know. I'm pretty sure you did or not. I can't remember. So cool. Oh, is it kind of feel wicked? All right. So I know it got implemented. I mean, it'll be interesting to play a light gun game with a mouse. It's better than playing it with a controller. Even though I think Sega done a good job implementing the Saturn controller on there. Guys, I'm not seeing any slowdowns here. I do like that Sega Saturn logo in the background on like a giant billboard. And it's stuff like this. When it came to like the 32-bit or the PlayStation era, when you saw Toshiden with a big screen, you saw Mario Kart on the N64 with a screen. When you saw those billboards and stuff in the background, it just looked really, really nice. Let's give this a quick go. I'm not a fan of this game, and I think the reason I'm not a fan of this game is because I don't really understand this game. And again, it reminds me of a Robert De Niro movie. Was it Last Bronx or some kind of gangster movie, right? Last Bronx. I don't think it's based on that. Let's go. I always go arcade mode. I'm going to go Saturn mode. Okay, let's go Joe. Oh no, actually, I don't even know. Yasuka. I've got no idea who I want to be. Let's do one for the girls. Let's go Yoko. Okay, Z4. Yeah, I saw that. I think again, there's videos done by Lou and Video Game Esoterica. That's also an awesome channel as well, man. Lou's Retro Source. So big shout out to you, Lou, Video Game Esoterica, Nico Clem, what Ken's making. Phile's got an awesome channel where he does streams and you get to see some hidden gems, I would say. Aptly as well, really good streams on Twitch regarding MiSTer FPGA. So there's a lot of people that do MiSTer FPGA content out there. Also Mr. Walrus, Mr. Walrus, very good at games. He kind of initiates the monthly challenges. So if a challenge comes up for the MiSTer FPGA and you think you're particularly good at that game, now the great thing is you don't even need the MiSTer to participate. You can play it via an emulator, even like whatever your Steam Deck via an emulator, something like the Analog Pocket if the game is available, and you can submit your higher scores. So Mr. Walrus usually uploads his runs, and he's very, very good at games. A big shout out to Metroid as well, also known as Mario. They're a very, very good member of the community that participate in like the monthly challenges. I participated in a monthly challenge for fun for Bubble Symphony, and at one point I was third, and then it all got smashed. But I will like to do it again, maybe when I'm on annual leave and there's a game that I particularly like. Sometimes I just honestly am not interested in the game that they're doing the high score challenge on. I would only do it if I like that particular game, and I'm not in it to win it. I'm in it to, you know, do it, document it, do a video and raise awareness because, you know, it brings the community together. You know, rivalries are good. Fun rivalries are really, really good, guys. So, yeah, fun rivalries are awesome. So, you know, if you want to compete on a high score, it's nice to see people going at it to try and, you know, just perform better than some of their buddies, and it's nice to see. It's nice to see. When the one I participated on, when I got third, I was like, oh man, wicked. And then yeah, my score got smashed, and whoever was first looked like they were gonna like smash it, and then someone just come along. I think, if I'm not mistaken, was it Lord Dot that won it on the Bubble Symphony one, and someone came along and just smashed the scores, man. That's, you know, just absolutely amazing in how they achieved that. So that was fantastic. And guys, it's worth checking out that challenge. It's really, really good. Wireless Wii sensor bar. Oh wow, okay. So I can use I've got the bar. I'm not really using it. I've actually bought a second bar as well, guys. Also, any games you guys want to see. If you want to see a game, just let me know in chat. So, Magic Knight Ray Earth, guys. For anyone streaming, that gets you a copyright, not a strike, but it takes the revenue for sharing. It takes the revenue, so you have to go in and start adjusting your videos. I can't remember if it's the cartoon or a soundtrack. Ooh, where's that game, guys? This game, look at this. This is a wicked shmup. So this is part 2, I think, to Tiger Heli. And again, this is why I love the Saturn so much. I love my arcade games, but look at this darn game, man. This game is wicked. Again, just a fantastic shmup. Let the intro run a bit while I take another sip of my drink. Okay, let's go Sega Saturn mode. Oh yeah, it is, because you know what, there's some games when you got arcade mode, it puts it in Tate mode, and I really wish I'm using, so where I've got my monitor mounted now, the stand I got was for a TV, so I never had like rotation in mind, and I can't rotate it, otherwise that would be wicked to play stuff in Tate mode, just from a playing kind of view, man. Yes, wicked. Big Al, see, always helpful, man. Big Al, you're too darn awesome, man. I'm honestly, like I say, there's a lot of people I'm great that I made friends with. Oh, what have I done? I've gone back out, just trying to spam buttons. So yes, there's a lot of people that I've met that I consider awesome. Oh, there you go, shoulder buttons for credits. Here we go. And Big Al's one of them, man. So Big Al is actually the person that 3D printed me the custom PCN, the Pixel Cherry Ninja case for the Tacky Pi. And they even sent me one that said Mr. Tacky, which I used for a bit, but you know what, the PCN one is so freaking awesome, man. I use it all the time. You know what's not awesome? Is pressing the bomb button as soon as you start. Guys, now the main thing about this shooter is, look at it. It just looks amazing. And I love the zooming in and zooming out, man. The zooming in and zooming out is just next level, guys. Check it out. Wow, look at that. Look at the way it just zoomed in and went there. Seriously, like in the arcade. Just imagine yourself either playing this in the arcade, or for me more, discovering new games was watching like the older kids, you know, the guys that had full-time jobs and they played video games, and they'd have a lot of money and they'd be playing this game, and I'd be watching it thinking like, wow, this game just looks so darn amazing. And it's what gets me here. Is look, the zoom in, the zoom out, just the way it looks. Like this is just rock and roll. This is pure arcade, like pure arcade experience. Now, I know some people say, hey, you know what, the MiSTer can't handle arcade games like this. Well, to them I say, if this is handling the Sega Saturn that's running this game, then why couldn't the MiSTer handle like the actual arcade core, right? The fact that this is running this in potentially what is another container, the Saturn running this game that's in the arcade. So, you know, this is good, a good proof of concept of the fact that we could get a lot more powerful arcade cores in the future. I think that energy drink might have kicked in. I feel like I'm on fire, or is it just the adrenaline of playing something that looks this darn awesome, man? I mean, wow. Seriously, guys, this is why the darn Saturn is just so awesome. So going back, dual RAM is good. You've got more, you've got less slowdown in the fighters. I mean, I haven't really noticed anything, but it's not like I've been running tests and running side by side saying, you know, Okay, this runs faster than this one. This doesn't run faster. Well, am I dead? No, I am dead. Okay, but there's bombs and stuff there for me to get. Okay, let's run another game, guys. Oh, Sky Target. Yep, Filet. Let's do Sky Target. Here we go, Sky Target. Don't remember it, don't remember the game, but I remember you mentioning it before. Oh, layer section, restart point. Absolutely, man. Layer section is just wicked, man. And Ray Crisis as well. Layer section, Ray Crisis, all those games are fantastic. And guys, like, the MiSTer is king. Long live the king, man. Until something comes along, and whatever comes along and it's going to be more powerful than the MiSTer, it's going to be using the MiSTer cores anyway. It's going to be using the MiSTer cores. And I respect any project that comes along and uses the MiSTer cores and is an open source project. You know, if a project comes along and they're like, hey, you know what, we're going to bleed the MiSTer, we're going to take all its work, but we're going to keep all our stuff proprietary, that's not always in the good taste. Now, I've got nothing against Analog in the way that they do it, because they've left OpenFPGA open specifically for that side. So it's like, okay, we've got OpenFPGA here, and we've got our cores what are proprietary, which at some point kind of get released, and I'm really hoping that we do get like a spiritualized release for like stuff like the Neo Geo Pocket Color Core and like the Atari Lynx core. And I think that's the only ones that we don't have like alternative cores of. Badu 2 has done a fantastic job porting over Robert Pape's like saying FPGA ASM Spaz core over onto the Analog Pocket. We also have Hotego that is currently working on like the Neo Geo Pocket Color Core, and hopefully that will fully become complete and it won't like run on an MRA. It will go into the console section. I think it will once it leaves beta. Philet, this game looks good, man. Is this like Afterburner's older brother or something with a lot more 3D modeling going on in there? That looks really good, Sky Target. Let's give this a quick go, because again, it feels like arcade. It feels like arcade when I stopped going to the arcade, or when I didn't go to the arcade as much. Don't get me wrong, I've always been an arcade guy. So even when I started partying, DJing, got into girls, whatever else I did, you know, in between, I'd always pop to the arcade. I remember I really got into Silent Scope, man. Silent Scope was wicked in the arcade. And, you know, that's when I was like, I think that's when I was doing a lot of DJing work. So I remember an arcade near me, you know, I started playing stuff like Marvel vs. Capcom went Alpha 3, but no one played it in the arcade. So I used to play against a CPU. And my team, I like Captain Commando and Ryu and Marvel vs. Capcom. And from what I remember, you just press the button twice. It's the two default characters that you pick. Oh, wow. Okay, is that how much it is, Alan D? £480. Wow, man. So this stream is worth £500. Wow. Yeah, man, that's an amazing game, man. And I wish, like, when I had my game shop, I had so much retro stuff. I wish if I kept there, honestly, with some of the stuff that I had, and based on like the prices I've seen that have been sold, I would have been able to, I'm firing all my missiles. Where's my normal fire? Okay, that's speed up. Where the heck's my normal fire? Are my missiles? Is that my normal fire? That can't be my normal fire. Where's my normal machine gun, man? So X, Y, Z, nothing. Oh, that's it. A, okay. Yeah, Phil, this is an interesting game, man. You know, again, this is like, you know, when we're getting 3D, and for the time this came out, this would have been very, very impressive, you know. In the same way Panzer Dragoon was impressive. I mean, just the way that plane's coming down on me, I'd have been like, wow, look at that. That is just so darn amazing, man. Oh, I was trying to press the shoulder buttons to do a barrel roll, but I couldn't do a barrel roll. Wicked. Let's have a look. Armor Bomber Halbert. Wow, okay, they've even got names. Hello, Halbert. How are you doing? Am I fighting Albert? I thought Albert was my buddy there for a second. Halbert, right? Okay. Again, interesting. I wasted all my missiles, so I've just got my pea shooter now because I couldn't see the fire coming out, so it didn't look like nothing was there. But as you can see, look, when I press A, I can see the fire out there. But down here, it's a little bit more difficult to see. I don't know if that's to do with my color blindness. We'll also like color development kind of filters, or like color filter options are being baked into the core for Analog Pocket. There's a SNES variation out that has that. Really sorry, I forgot the developer's name to hand that was actually working on it. I know they were working alongside Boogerman with that, but that was really, really good. I love seeing stuff like that, you know. I'm colorblind, and they went to lengths trying to give me colors that I could distinguish between, which I thought was absolutely fantastic for cause. A big shout out to Boogerman as well, who actually helped with that. Yeah, so really cool. Mission 1 complete. Okay, not bad. Oh, well, yeah, I thought it was as well, man. Oh, nice to go tarty mode, yeah. Yeah, I can't rotate my screen for tarty mode, man. Obviously, there's small machines I've got it. That looks like Chewbacca if he had a shave, man. All right, mission 2 again. Look at that again. Look at this. We are in the skies now. Do I reload my missiles? Yeah, I do. Okay, let's. Very rock and roll soundtrack, man. Okay, guys, give me a name for another game, man. We can run with another game. But on the whole, guys, Saturn Core is amazing, and you know, if you're not using a CRT, then you should consider dual RAM, because you know the developer SRG has pointed out specific advantages now, especially for fighting games, and I'm sure people will discover more advantages, you know, in due time. Best place to kind of get information and get the latest on this is going over to the MiSTer FPGA Discord. That is where you can actually grab the latest version of this core as well. You can grab it on the MiSTer FPGA Discord, and yeah, so and any talk about this core you can grab on there as well. So you know, people are talking about it, and they can say, okay, this works, this doesn't work, I'm having issues with this, but that's all good. Oh, okay, okay, Gokin. What's this Gokin? Oh, I think you gave me the full name there, yeah? Okay, so Gokin Miyu. Okay, let's go over to G, and hopefully it's in this folder. Is that... Okay, Gokin Miyu. Okay, there we go. Wicked. Guys, I hope everyone's having a really good weekend. I hope you guys are having a really good Saturday. For me over here, it's... Wow, Saturday's... Wow, okay, my wife... I don't know how much I can stretch it, you know. How long we've been streaming for? Wow, 2 hours and 5 minutes. So might end it in like 10 or 15 minutes. I don't want to annoy my wife too much. So let's see what happens here. But yeah, we'll be ending it soon. Thunder Force 5, Omar, yep, no problem. Shippu Mahu, Dexin Kingdom Grand Prix. The BIOS file for the core are hard to find. Any advice? From what I understand, Update All takes care of a lot of that stuff for you, but it's not something that I can speak of on stream or anything like that. BIOS files are for yourselves to kind of get for yourselves, guys. But there is help available out there, just not on this stream or on this channel, guys. Oh, wicked, nice. Yeah, it's good to have a chill weekend, man. I've got some work ahead of me. I'm going to work on some stuff tomorrow. I've had a busy day working. This stream is actually me relaxing. And I had to explain to my wife that when I do videos, especially the weekly news video, okay, interesting. Let's be this guy with the glasses, because he doesn't look too happy. I said, look, especially when I do the weekly news videos, I've got to go through notes that I've compiled for a whole week. Once I go through the notes, okay, is that start? So I need to go, oh, okay. So I need to go through the notes, then need to put all the videos, film all the separate parts. I then need to put it all together. Then I need to do a little bit of writing. Then I need to do all the timestamps. It takes like quite a bit of time. So, but I said the streams, I just turn it on, I'll play, and I said I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, where the conversation is going to go. But you know, it's for me unwinding. And then she kind of understood. I said, look, I said, you know, I don't often go out and see too many of my friends. And I said, like, playing this stuff, it's like hanging out with friends. There's a lot of people like-minded like myself. We get into conversations. Sometimes we have a laugh. And I said, at least at one point during the stream, I make sure that there's an epic failure. And in this stream, it was at the very beginning of the stream where I was running the single RAM version of the core instead of the dual RAM version. You know, it's really, what I really hate, right, is in fighters, especially when you're demonstrating stuff, you're trying to test the core, when you get a mirror match, has he got a wig? Has the wig come off? That's the same, it's the same character. He's got a toupee. That's hilarious. Let's check out the next character anyway. We'll try and squeeze a few more games and end on a demo, and we'll do that. Metal Black. Okay, remember, games in block capitals do stand out. I haven't got a massive amount of time because I was kind of supposed to finish at 7:30, and now it's like 5 to 8. So my wife's given me extra time, and oh, he won the first one, right? So I don't really want to. I don't want to abuse the privilege too much, and I'm kind of going to force it tomorrow because when I go to lunch to my cousins tomorrow, I'm only taking the boys and my mum. So I want to do something nice for my wife and my daughter. So maybe they can go out, maybe they can, I don't know, grab a takeaway, catch a movie, whatever they kind of want. Right, let's run another game. Let's do Thunder Force 5 now. I find, like, don't get me wrong, I like Thunder Force 5, but at the same time, the visuals are like that 3D, 2D. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I find like there's a lot going on and it can be a little bit confusing for me. Not criticism of the game because I know many people like that game. But let's try it out again now. Just remember last few times when I play it, I'm like, okay, there is a lot going on here. But guys, again, man, the MiSTer is the darn king, man. I really want that hashtag to trend, man. I use it in a lot of the streams, a lot of the MiSTer stuff. I need to use it more. MiSTer is king for the specific MiSTer stuff. Also, hope I get time during the week to do a video. I want to do like FPGA Essentials. I've done the first one, which was Alien versus Predator. And hopefully I can do some more where I can talk about games that I think are fantastic on FPGA gaming. And one of them that I want to show is R-Type Leo, man. Wicker Wacker and that IRM M92 core that was brought over by Wicker Wacker and ported over to the Pocket by none other than Boogerman. What a great core. I know people always go to Ninja Baseball, Batman and In the Hunt, but for me, if you had to say, okay, no, this game's cool. If someone said to me, what's your favorite game on the IRM M92, hands down, it's just it's R-Type Leo, man. R-Type Leo just, it feels like a dream come true. I mean, I still love the original R-Type, but guys, like, yeah, R-Type Leo is just a game in and of itself. The way you use the pods, the power-ups that you've got, the soundtrack is just so chill, but it works so well for that sound, for that game. And the thing is, it really isn't the most difficult shmup out there. You know, you can get quite far on it on one life. I can. It's not something, you know, if you play something on the IRM 72, you play something like Dragon Breed. Now that Dragon Breed goes tough very quickly. There's a lot of shmups out there that are super tough. But yeah, R-Type Leo is just really good. And I think that's the next game I want to do, unless I forget or I get distracted and realize I want to do something else. R-Type Leo is what I want to do. And it's a series to celebrate awesome games that are available on FPGA systems and the awesome work that developers do. And Wicker Wacker is you know, one of those developers that's just superb. Really looking forward to what he does next. I know he's done, at least when I first started covering MiSTer, he'd done the IRM M72. Then he'd done, I think, the M92, and most recently the IRM 107 or the 107, which doesn't have a lot of games on it. But yeah, guys, this game's good. I imagine, you know, to really benefit from this, it will look a lot better playing it on a CRT. I did find some of it distracting, but I think that's just the shmup stuff when there's a lot of stuff going on the screen at once. But this is a good game, man. Okay, so I can change my fire there. Okay, that's really interesting. Oh, bit of a laser there. Again, good stuff, man. The way that kind of popped out just looked wicked. I want to be a hunter. Do I want to be a hunter? I always want to be a hunter. Always better to hunt than to be hunted, I say. Wow. Again, chill soundtrack to this, man. Okay, let's run another game. What else did we have? Oh, sorry, I need to do this. I love this game. And I'll have a look at some of the ones in chat. Right, a few more minutes and then we're going to kind of end this stream. But the stream for the whole part has been wicked. I'm using the MiSTer add-ons dual, like full-on bundle where you get everything all in one ready to go. I've even got like the protection around it, the rubber protection in case you want to move it. It's a great thing, guys. I love this game. And Philae, thanks, because you told me that. I think Philae, as well as other people, told me that these games are also available on the PlayStation. There's different versions. Guys, a lot of people ask what is the soundtrack in one of the intros that I use. So one of them is an 8-bit Rickroll, which I just love how that sounds. Another one is from this one, This game here, Time Bokan series and whatever the rest of the name is. And another one is, you'll know it, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, part of Dracula's Castle, I believe. So, let me put the sound up a bit. Okay. I love, dudes, I love this. The only thing I hate is when you get blasted, your health's low, you get blasted into a bike. Danger, danger. I keep saying danger in Japanese, like literally danger, danger, danger. And that's very annoying. But that is my only criticism of the game. But hear the soundtrack, guys. It's an anthem. Yeah, that's the outro music I use a lot. Banging soundtrack, man. Look at the graphics for this game, man. I'd love to play like the arcade version of this. I should try them on MAME sometime. I'm sure like there's arcade versions of this game out. It's just, this game is just pure bliss, man. I absolutely love this game. You know, soundtrack, everything. Like I said, there's only one thing I don't like, and that is just when it just keeps repeating danger, danger, danger. I showed my friend, when my friend come around and I took the MiSTer to the front room and I ran this game on there. He was like, wow, amazed by it, you know? Absolutely amazed by it. He was like, what a game. And I was like, dude, I love this game. It really, really is good. I'll show you what it's called in the menu after when we load the next game, so you've got the full name. Because it's Time Bokan, B-O-K-A-N series, like a TV series, Time Bokan series. And it is just pure bliss. Now, I'm going to fight the elephant here. So he's got like a flamethrower, and it's really good because when you end up beating him, you got me. I'm on a bike now. Look, that's the annoying part. If you want to learn Japanese and you want to start with the word danger, I'm pretty sure that's it there. Ankle. Ankle. I can speak Japanese now. Now look at the little baby elephant driving the mech elephant. And what I want to show you guys is hopefully I'll beat this boss. You beat the boss. I need to stop getting this. That doesn't work. Hopefully let me continue. Yeah, it does. So what's really cool is you'll see. I don't want to spoil it, but you've got a baby elephant or like a smaller elephant riding a mech elephant. Come on, where the heck do I have to go to dodge it? I'm terrible at this. But at least there's not danger yet. Okay, come on. Let me. Okay, we've done it. Watch that little elephant up top that was riding it. It's hilarious. It really is. Look. He's ducking out. I don't think you can destroy him. Maybe you can just get your score up. So that's really, really cool. Again, the soundtrack for this is absolutely banging, guys. Banging, banging, banging. I can't remember if that gives me... Okay, shield. Yeah, so guys, if if you don't know about this game, definitely play it. Even if you don't like shmups, just try it. It just feels really, really good. Okay, let's run with another game. Game Tengoku, Game Paradise. Oh, that's not really... Okay, let me show you this game here. Time Bokan series, Bokan to Ipatsu Dorohon. Okay, I'm not even going to try and read that. Right, what's Phil saying? Game Tengoku. Okay, are we going to that? And... Okay, Phil, I can't see that one there. Is it in the other folder? Oh, okay, I've got it here, the THD. Okay, let's see. Wicked. Never played this. Oh yeah, man, give it a shot, dude. It's really, really good. There's different versions out on the PlayStation as well. Oh, I can hear fireworks outside. How far are we? Oh, okay, we're 3 days away from Guy Fawkes Night. Oh, Jellico. I like some of the Jellico games. Okay, let's have a look. What is this? Is this a fighter fillet? Oh, okay. Very, very anime beginning. Oh, it's like, oh, is this the one where you go over the arcade machines? Yeah, I always forget what it's called. It's one where you're flying over arcade machines, attacking them, if I remember correctly. Let's spam that button. Oh, I think we've done Power Slave, you know, earlier on. I should have been the robot, never mind. Oh, no, hold on. You can even be from different games. That plane is from Plus Alpha, the second one along. I just pressed the button first. And the robot is from that, I can't remember what it's called, the Macross game or whatever it is. It's another shmup with your robot. But again, it looks really, really cool. Look at this, guys. I remember, honestly, when I get the time, oh, look, you get different options. So, wow, look at that. I've got a robot and a plane from Plus Alpha. That is fantastic. And look at the games there. There are probably other Jalico games that you're seeing here. At one point, I just want to do a video looking at all the shmups on the Saturn, man. I know it's just going to take me some time, and it's time that I don't have. I really, honestly, I wish if this was like my full-time job, I'd be putting so many videos out there, you know, not just FPGA related, but just to do with gaming in general. But unfortunately, it doesn't pay that much, and I need my day job. If it did pay a decent amount, I'd consider doing like a part-time job. But not there. I remember this game being hard, Phil, eh? Again, fantastic. Let's go with whatever two I get. Yeah, Philip, thanks for putting me onto this game, man, and anyone else that mentioned it. But you know what? I suck at it. Right, let's do one last game before my wife goes nuts at me because she has given me a time extension. So let's try and get something that defines the Sega Saturn system, and it's got to be something that has got a decent kind of intro. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me go back here. Hopefully, Sega Rally's got a good intro. That's a really, really good game. I like playing that, and I feel like that game is really, really good. And I think it's this one here, Sega Rally Championship. But that's really, really is awesome. What's that video? I got the Saturn limited edition of this game with VHS gameplay tape. Nice, man. You need to pull out that VHS and actually have a look at all the gameplay tips that you can get. But yeah, guys, going to start like wrapping this up. Remember, there is a fundraiser attached to this stream, but again, no pressure, man. Like, I'll get it. But if you do want to donate to the Alzheimer's Association, you can do so. Just for full transparency, this video is also monetized, so my channel gets the ad revenue. I really hope that YouTube introduce a feature in the future where you can tick a box to say all ad revenue, I want to go to the fundraiser of my choice. But I'm really surprised they haven't added that option in there. It's just very, very surprising. It's just a no-brainer to me. It's like, if I know I can do that and all the ad revenue goes there, that'd just be brilliant. But that option's not there. It just gives you the option to add like a non-profit, so you can either put a new one in there, but I haven't gone through the process. But then there's ones that YouTube have themselves. They're kind of available on there. You can search it when you try and do it, and that's one of the ones that I went for. And just for full clarity, because someone did make a joke saying don't go all Jarrod on us, this is completely different to that, and the reason for that is the money doesn't come to me. The donations you make, as far as I know, they just go straight to the charitable organization. I don't think YouTube goes anywhere with them. So when you make it, it's instantly giving to that charity. So hopefully, you know, some good can come out of this, because it's nice to be nice. You know, that's what it's nice to do that kind of stuff. But guys, honestly, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to go see my wife, see if she needs a hand with anything. I have a very sneaky suspicion that she's kind of taken care of everything, which means I need to be a super duper husband tomorrow. So guys, thank you once again, everyone that watched, everyone that liked, everyone that commented, everyone that made a donation. You guys are awesome. This channel would be absolutely nothing without you guys. Love hanging out with you guys in this capacity of a live stream. Like, seriously, awesome stuff. But yeah, be awesome to one another, guys. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.